Hello. Hello, we good to go? Yes, hello, welcome to stream number 3 here with the Iron Teeth in Update 7. Cycle 10, day 13. We got 11 and a half days left in this drought cycle. If you missed last stream, well, you missed a whole lot of stuff. Because we have oak trees growing over here, we've got berries growing over here. We did a bad water diversion thing, and by diversion I mean just completely shutting it off entirely. And we've got a couple of different isolated crop growing areas, and we got very close. Well, it's finished now. We got very close to protecting our little donut here from the ravages of bad water coming in. All that being said, there's still tons left to do. We've got metal down here that we're getting, so we can start the process of accelerating toward tube deployment. But we're lacking science, so that's another thing that we've got to get going here. Got to get our population up, get a little bit more stable on food, and then just continue doing what we can do. Hopefully everybody's having a good Sunday. So yes, as we were discussing before stream launch, we do have the ladders mod enabled. Unfortunately, we do not have the beaver name mod enabled because that broke when Update 7 came out, and I do not know if or when that's going to be fixed, so I might have to figure out something else for that. So if you wanted to see your beaver come in, I got bad news. You're not gonna. This is it until that mod gets fixed. Everything else is just going to be generic beaver names from the game's default list. So hopefully we can understand that. The pumps are in fact on. That's probably fine. Deliverance was, I believe, set in. You know, I actually don't know. I don't think it was Georgia. I hope not. But anyway, thanks for the 50. Appreciate you very, very much, Hammerby. Good to see you. I'm gonna look it up right now. I wanted to say it was like Arkansas or something like that. Let's see. Oh crap! It is. Oh no. Well, anyway. I don't have any banjos, so I think we're good. We're good to move on. Let's get this thing on triple speed and continue working on expanding, well, everything. We also don't have medium tanks unlocked yet because we don't have 120 science, and I also had kind of decided we needed to get some other stuff going beforehand anyway. Small TUBEWAYS. Do we already have TUBEWAY mods? But why? Okay, well, I don't think this is overly large at 2x3 here. But was the small one like 1x2, 2x2? What are we looking at? Because I feel like the part of the strength of this is having access to 7 of these different ports here, and then allegedly underneath as well will connect. I don't know if the path mod has been updated. I haven't tried. But yes, tons and tons and tons of stuff for us to be getting into. I'm kind of afraid to pump a little more from here because it's going to just make the bad water concentration higher. But at the same time, it probably doesn't matter. I don't know. I'm gonna pause this one because we have full water storage currently, and I'd rather this just evaporate. We aren't going to have these irrigated until the end of the drought because you peel this back, and our little canal here is completely dry because there's no water left coming out of here. So that is unfortunate. But we'll be okay anyway. Is there anybody else I guess I could just pause these two. Get these guys and these inventors. Get us some more science. We can unlock the medium tank and start working on other stuff as well. Hello, hello, everyone joining in chat. Good to see you. Other things we did last episode that I don't think I mentioned today. We did get this barrier in place. So any bad water coming through here is going to get stopped by our little thing right here and then go out this way. So in theory, for the rest of this playthrough, this area should never be polluted ever again, assuming that we don't have any problems with forgetting to open or close levees and floodgates and all that stuff. I think we're going to be fine. Hopefully. This is marked for cutting. We do have a lumberjack, and hopefully, I say that a whole lot, don't I? Hopefully this can get taken care of sooner rather than later. But now that we know this is not going to be a problem with contamination, we do have a little bit more range here to plant some additional oak trees. So I think that would be a smart thing for us to do. Just in a little bit more of an area here. I think these berry bushes can go away as well when we get to that point. But for right now, I'm not going to worry about it that much. We also shouldn't forget about mangroves. If we can guarantee that this is going to be irrigated at all times, then we can plant mangroves down here, but I don't think that really needs to be that much of a concern. At least not right now. Maybe we can have some sort of something go on with those at another time. But as it stands now, this tree farm here is not doing too hot because this is all dry. There's not really anything we can do about that, save for deepening this at some point. But we're not quite there. That's not going to be possible, so let's pause the forester. We're not hurting for wood, and we have plenty growing right here. I'm not going to be that concerned about it. Get another beaver back so we can have somebody else to do more important things, like, for example, scientific research. Or building, if we were going to be building anything. But right now we just need our science to go up. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find another couple spots for inventors. Even if it's just, you know, kind of shoving them somewhere. Wherever they'll fit. Better than not having anything at all. Yeah, and this whole path thing over here probably can also go away because we're not going to need to worry about it. I don't think this is ever going to have to be any taller than this. This, as a floodgate, was a smart choice, so that's a good thing that we had that put in place. But remember that we have down here, this is a water source. It's currently kind of contaminated because we haven't opened it yet. But before we mess with this, before we get this opened up, we do want to make sure that we have overhangs and stuff unlocked so we can kind of create a little tower that will either spread the nasty somewhere else or fill up our donut here. Kind of like this, kind of, but a little bit less strange looking, a little taller, and we'll see where we go from that. But we have 119 science, pretty soon to be 120, hopefully. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and unlock that medium tank, and it is time for us to start replacing all of these, because that is not going to cut it, this little tiny bit here. So if we decide exactly where we want to do this, I think it probably makes sense to put this guy right in the middle here. And then look into maybe replacing these platforms with ladders. Probably would be a smart thing. We do not have a smelter yet, no. But we will get there eventually, in due time. We also don't really have a good power generation strategy yet. Because there's not really a ton of water flow in conveniently accessible areas of this map that we could actually make use of. Now, once this starts getting filled up again for flushing purposes, then this right here actually does get pretty busy pretty quick. But it's not going to be a forever thing. So we probably... Well, we can't make an engine until we have metal anyway, but I think most of this map is probably going to be dependent on engine-based power. Unless we can figure out something otherwise. I really don't want to rely on the giant wheels, because we just don't have enough beavers at this point in time to justify using those. That's a lot of labor to generate not that much power. So, knowing this, let's figure out a place to put in a couple of the small water wheels so we can have more reliable power. I mean, this right here is going to be generating a decent bit of flow, but there's land in the way. We're not really going to be able to utilize that for flow purposes. There's not really going to be anything flowing through here. In fact, this is going to dry up pretty quick within the next little bit. I don't really have any... Well, it's not that I don't really have any way of getting anything in here. I don't at all have any way of getting more water in here because we don't have any reservoirs. What we could and probably should do, since this is kind of safe now, is turn this into a reservoir, which we could probably pretty easily do by turning this blockage into not a blockage anymore and then just building levees up here, nice and simple, and putting in a floodgate somewhere where that would make sense. And if you remember the video that I posted, well, actually, today would have been the first time that I did it in the videos for the folktales. We have this design that basically puts, say, a platform here and a floodgate here, and then wow, they came in here real quick to start building this. But behind this, instead of this blockage here, we would remove that, and then, of course, they can't get to it. That was an error on my part. This is going to have a platform. Actually, no. I'm just going to have to remove the hauling post and put that somewhere else. Let's move it one tile over. I know. Don't remove the hauling post. You're going to cause problems. I know. It's going to be fine. We'll be okay. Don't worry. But this is going to go away, and in its place, I'm just going to demonstrate behind it so you can see what's happening. We're going to put that guy and then that guy, and what that's going to do is create an opening for the floodgate without having to have a sluice research, and it's going to function kind of the same way, except it's totally manual. So that was a cool idea that I really liked that was suggested before, and I think I would like to adapt for our purposes here, in addition to starting to make a little reservoir, even if it's just a tiny one. We don't have anything right now, and this is a very, very easy thing for us to start doing. The map is very involved. It's very complicated. Worth putting a sluice at the bottom of the pit. Well, we don't have those yet. But when we do, yes. We're probably quite far away from that, though. And there's a bad tide. Wouldn't the bad water go into there? No, because we have this thing. This floodgate here that when we close it, completely blocks off the source, and then no problems whatsoever. Normally, I would not build something like that because I feel like it's a little bit cheap in terms of like a tactic, but on this map, it is literally impossible to survive without doing that, so that's fine in my mind's eye. Can you build the water wheels vertically? Nope. It does not work with falling water physics. The water physics in Timberborn only work along the 2D plane going left, right, whatever. Any falling water has no mass to it, has no anything. It's just a visual thing to satisfy us because as humans, we have to be able to perceive something as falling. But it basically, water just teleports from top to bottom whenever it goes off of an edge. In terms of the physics thing, there's no weight to falling water. Beavers walking under a waterfall don't get wet. They only get wet if they walk through standing water. But yes, we will continue. We will continue doing the rest of this stuff, no matter how slowly it has to go. So now, of course, all of this water is going to go away, and our beavers in the shower are going to be quite upset that they can no longer shower. But that's just the way things go. This platform here is going to, of course, be the foundation for the levee to go there. And then we can start the process of building the rest of this. What if it's a platform? Nope, doesn't matter. Put a water wheel in the drain near the bad water diversion to the east. If we wanted to have power all the way over here... Oh, there goes all the water. I told you. I told you it was going to be rough over here. But yeah, 6 days, so I don't think these trees are going to be worse for wear. Well, these have already just completely died over here. So the thing about doing that is it's really hard to get power over here. We definitely could. And this would be one of the few places on the map where there is some sort of water generating enough force to turn power wheels. That's the toy I had when I was 8 years old. Water wheels. Well, there's no zip lines for the Iron Teeth, so you're thinking of the Folktales series that we're doing on the video side of the channel. But, again, because of the falling water physics thing, that's never going to happen. Although I do think that would be cool. Talking about beavers getting wet when zipping through waterfalls. An unfortunate casualty of the way the water system in this game works. Near the floodgates. Hold on. No, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Or were you talking about here? Because ideally this doesn't have water go through it anymore. Because it will all be coming in from this thing, and then maybe if it's clean water coming in through here. Long term, Remember, we are the Iron Teeth, so long term we do have the ability to do the bad water discharges. And we have one of these guys right here, and there's others in various places that we can just kind of eternally harness for water-generated power, but that's still quite a ways off. Got lots of stuff to have to do to make that happen. Alright. Turns out we've used all of our planks making gears, so we gotta turn this back on. Yeah, our water situation isn't as dire as you think, because I can just turn this one back on. I had it paused, so I didn't pump out all of the good water from here and turn this into contaminated. But yeah, we're working. We're working here. Let's go ahead and get 2 more beavers in the district center. I know I need to rebuild the hauling post, but for right now, this is something that had to be moved. Oh, here we go. Jacob's here. Thank you very much, Jacob, for 20 gifted memberships. Welcome, welcome. Who's got them? Hank, Mark, Curly's a Penguin, Dusty, Tarantula, Mordor, _3. Elias, Boomchuk, Jaden, Ash Ketchum III, Yemit, Alex, Sechuan, Demetrius Lagios, I think, Hudson, Ornelas, Patrick Murphy, Johan Schroyer, Corky, Half-Baked Cat, parentheses Half-Baked Cat, and Stephen Newberry, MG, and Paul. Is that all 20? I think it might be. Thank you very much, Jacob. Welcome to mostly new names that I don't remember seeing before. There could be a couple of repeats in there. Yeah, make sure you have your gift membership receipts turned on in your account settings, because sometimes people come in here and drop a whole bunch of them at once and you don't want to miss out. It is randomly assigned, so unfortunately there is no way to really predict when you will or will not receive one. But that's also, in my opinion at least, part of the fun. This single pump is not really going to cut the mustard here in terms of ability to keep our beavers alive. So if I go ahead and I put in this guy here, that'll give us a little bit more pumping, and that goes all the way down to the bottom there. I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. They just got to be able to get over here. Hey, this got built. Nice. This gives us an opportunity to go ahead and get rid of the rest of, well, most of the rest of these. Then put in a breeding pod here. To give us a total of 5. Slowly increase our beaver population. I know the well-being is going to be a better way to do that, but we don't have a lot of options right now for well-being related purposes. Currently trying to get our beavers hydrated, which is a tall order sometimes. All right. I am growing increasingly concerned that we're going to have a lot of pollution in here, and there's not going to be that much clean water for our beavers to drink. But we're probably okay. Maybe. Maybe. How is this still paused? I thought I unpaused it. Alright, whatever. Whatever. I'm just causing all sorts of problems for myself here. Yeah, I know. I need to re-add the hauling post, but I have to be able to get over here to build this. See, it's a never-ending cycle of you got to do this, but you can't do this until you do this. You know? Nothing is ever easy. Nothing is ever easy. Also, this is hard mode, not normal mode. Sometimes stuff just happens. Yeah, the memberships are distributed when they're gifted to pretty much anyone who has ever watched a live stream. It doesn't matter if they're currently here or not. We have had that happen where, like, people who never watch live streams but have, like, well, okay, when I say never watch live streams, I mean they don't come to live streams, but they have watched one before. They'll get those. Alright, now the problem with putting the hauling post back in is that it requires planks, which we don't currently have a tremendous quantity of. But it's going to be fine. Where do you check settings for gift memberships? A couple messages above, Mike O'Donnell listed the instructions there. If you click on the, I think the join button, then there's a 3-dot menu that says something about gift settings. I've never actually done it myself, so I'm probably not the right person to be asking. And I don't have access to any of that on my end, unfortunately. How thirsty are we? Okay, half the beavers are thirsty. Half the beavers are thirsty. Alright, let's go get pumping. This guy pumped one thing and then got out. Come on. Come on, don't do that. I have no rooting interest in pretty much any of professional sports, so probably not. I do have a video to make for tomorrow I might do instead. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not really close to any of my friends who are really physically close to any of my friends who are interested in watching. I've been invited to a couple places, but like, I gotta drive like an hour and a half, and it's late. I got stuff I gotta do tomorrow. Yeah, iPhone does bury the join info. We did learn that before. So it's easier to set it up on desktop. We're still out of water, but hopefully these guys don't die of thirst while we're trying to get everything else fixed back up again. But cycle 11 is here, and we should have some nice clean water very, very shortly pop out of our source here. Maybe. Yeah, that is down to 0. Alright, come on, folks. Come on. Give me some water here. My beavers are dying. They're suffering. Yeah, the state of U.S. and international politics is a constant source of extreme stress for me and many people I care about, so I try very much to avoid those discussions here. But yes. Significantly better than sports ball. Agreed. I don't know. I've just never really cared about professional sports that much. Into college sports because when I was in college, I actually knew the people that played them. They were in my classes next to me. You get to know them, and then I started doing sports photography, which was a whole lot of fun. But yeah, the pro sports I never really got into very much. So I am concerned about... Okay, no, here comes the water. It was just... It wasn't here at the very start, and I was concerned it was not going to come out. But I believe it should be okay. Leave this on 0.9. This still isn't done? Okay, I guess they're just slow on making the planks. Hopefully soon, though. Hopefully soon. Get this coming out here. Fill this up. I guess I can leave this at, well, whatever level this is. It's totally fine. There we go. There we go. Poor man's sluice gate ready to go. Get that popped in there. And now I've got plenty of water coming in, even if we don't have plenty of water to pump currently. I don't know because of apocalypse mode or not, but normal mode seems easy now for me. Yeah. Well, once you go to the crazy hard stuff, it's just like, wait, really? That's all I have to do? That's all I have to do? No, hard mode is still pretty difficult, and while we're not in a position to have a whole lot of problems, it still takes a long time to get stuff done, as you can tell, based on it being cycle 11 and us just now having unlocked medium tanks. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on. But we're not going to kill the beavers. Things are going to be fine. It's just going to take a while. Do you need to increase the amount of beavers in the power wheel? No, because This industrial lumber mill only requires that we have 75 HP, and this fermenter only requires that we have 50. And two of these guys, in theory, will put out 150, which is, of course, more than that. But if we had enough beavers to do more than 2 of them on here, then we could have the gear workshop running as well. But remember, this is not our... Oh, hold on. I've made a mistake. So I have to open one or more of these things. Let's take a pause here. If we open this floodgate, it goes off this end of the map. If we open these, it flows through here. And this actually, for right now, is a pretty good location for us to put in compact water wheels to generate a little bit of power. Not a tremendous quantity of it. But this would be pretty doable, depending on how we want to have this set up. I think maybe right here would actually... Ooh, right here would probably generate it quite a bit. But this is like at a 45 degree, so it's a little bit of a challenge to figure out exactly what would be working with here. If I were to do here... and then put in a levee here, that probably would work. Probably would work best. Just to open this up. But I think, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Just to get this set up right like that, so it forces it to go through the wheel. And not, you know, up this side and through that. I hope that's making sense. But... yeah, we can go ahead and start moving some stuff in here. Eventually, we're going to open this. I guess both of these to 0.9 will work. There we go. Let those guys do what they got to do. Hey, we got a lot of berries here that we don't currently need to harvest, but they are ready once we have extra beavers available for that. I'm just going to slowly continue building all of this fun stuff as we have the ability to. What's this map called? Legacy of the Tides. This is a custom map that was a runner-up for the 256 by 256 or larger category of the most recent map contest. First time to see you live. Are you always live on Sunday? No, the reason I'm doing today is because yesterday I was busy. We had family stuff going on. But normally, my preferred stream schedule is to do 1 or 2 in the evening during the week, which is where my Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time came from. And then once on the weekend in the afternoon, normally Saturdays at 2. Today I decided to do 1 p.m. because some people that I had talked to during the last stream had said they had plans for this evening because of either the Super Bowl or something else. So I figured earlier in the afternoon would be a nice surprise for our European friends, so they don't have to stay up until 2 or 3 in the morning to watch one of these. And that is, that's why we did that. But I would really like to, if I'm ever in the position to have complete 100% time stability in my life, which has never happened before, I would like to have a ironclad stream schedule every week, maybe 3 or 4 days. But we're not at that point. Not at that point. I don't know if we will be, but I do want to get more consistent with it because I know some people prefer that, and that is also a better way to, you know, keep yourself in check too. It's weird that in February it should be cold and nasty outside, and I've slept with my bedroom window open for 2 days because it's so warm out. Yep, I've had my window open for probably the last week. It is currently in the 70s here. 2 weeks ago there was snow on the ground and the schools were closed. So, yeah. It's weird. It's super weird. Another levee on the other side of the wheel would be good as well. So what I was going to do is I was actually going to put in another wheel here. But I obviously can't get back there. I should have done that before I built this guy. So let's actually, let's pause this. And then I'm going to put in a staircase here. And then I'll build that guy there. That should force a decent bit of water through here. Provided that this can get taken care of. It's all a process, right? Like, stuff just takes time. I know it's kind of a joke, kind of a meme, but it's also kind of not. It really does take time. It really does. Alright, water's looking okay, kind of. This is open flushing bad water out. Hopefully it flushes most of that out. Can you do a beard makes big dumb so I win bingo? Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is. For those of you who are not aware, last stream, I don't know if Stitches is in chat or not, but one of our users named Stitches26 made a bingo board generator. There's a link to it in the Discord that I think, yeah, I made another channel for it under bingo boards, and it's like the, I don't know, most common things that happen during streams or catchphrases or whatever. There's no prizes if you fill one out, but I guess you can have the satisfaction of knowing that I filled out the bingo board. Hooray. It's just a fun thing. There are homeless beavers. We do need to fix that, and that's among the many things that we need to address. And I've just been kind of scatterbrained trying to get stuff accomplished here. I want to get this water wheel in place before it's too late to actually use it. That would be very nice. I don't know how long that's going to take, but that would be my hope, that I can at least do something with this before we have a drought or a bad tide or something, and I can't have any water come through here. While at the same time also trying to build this stuff out. Probably don't need to be worrying about storing too much more water in here, because it's going to take a long time to get this whole thing completely surrounded. You know how it goes. Open the waterfall gate for more donut flow. I mean, these are open here. Or are you talking about this? Okay. I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, we'll get all this coming through here. I always forget. I don't have these things automated. That's just unfortunate. But if it is... Oh, never mind. Never mind. I thought it had already changed days. We got a bad tide coming in 3 days. So guess what? We're not going to have the opportunity to use these things, which is a huge disappointment. Oh, alright. Man, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. Alright, this build is now canceled. We have to build a water reservoir. Got to get this going here. What a shame. What an annoyance. It is what it is. Do I dare remove this water pump to be able to build from the top? I mean, I'm going to have to eventually, but I kind of feel like it's more important to get this done. Ah. Beavers. So yeah, we're just going to have to continue building this out this way. It might not be usable by the start of the bad tide, but all we can do is just try. Well, the good news is they can also build from up here on this side. It's just going to take a little bit longer to get that accomplished. I think this one's just about done. Yep, there we go. They might... Oh, you know what? We don't actually need this one in the corner here. We don't need it, but we will when we have to go and fill in all of the little bits and pieces. Okay. Oh, see, I really want to get the rest of this stuff built, but I know I'm not going to have the time to do it. I can't come through here because they have to be able to walk on top of it. Oh well, life goes on. We definitely have the wood to do it. It's just a question of, do we have the beavers to do it? Thankfully, it's very, very close to wood storage, even though this one's empty. Alright, so that one's going to be hopefully good to go. Just got to keep ahead of this as best as we can. 1.4 days. Alright, come on. Bring me the rest of these logs here. As soon as this bottom one's finished, I can put in the next stack. I don't think they're going to finish it tonight, though. Nope. But it is very close. So I'll just go ahead and put those in. Why not start from the district side of the levee? Because they can't walk on top of it, because I don't have the access from here, and I'm not taking this pump out until there's no more water to pump. remember that they have to walk through this. And I probably should have put this somewhere else, I know. It's the way it goes. Yeah, I know, 24-hour working hours. Unfortunately, the beavers will be quite upset. But it is what it is. This is just about done here, so I'll go ahead and put those in. As long as we're careful about how we build these, it ends up being okay. And this is high enough. We do need to remember to close this when it gets to be bad tide time. But this appears to be very, very clean, which is good, because this is our primary pumping reservoir once we get into all that. Other side of the 3 coming from behind the storage. There's a path here. I can't build on top of this. If I build on top of this, then they can't get to either of these. It's just unfortunate, but that's... oh, this is quite a journey to get to these guys. I don't know. I don't think the beaver name list can be edited without the use of a mod. Or maybe it can, and I just don't know where it is, but I've always, for the past couple years, used a mod to do it. Or a year and a half, whatever it ends up being. And I had one mod that stopped working, and then I changed it when Update 6 introduced the... oh, what's it called? Like the Steam Workshop, like, integrated directly into the game. And now that one hasn't been updated, so... I don't know, I hope I don't have to redo it again, because there's like 1,500 names on that, and I don't want to have to custom format 1,500 individual items. Yeah, we're going to build more pumps during the bad tide. Right now, though, this is our most important thing, is getting this finished. It's probably not going to be done. Probably not going to be done, but what can you say? Not much of anything. This is closed, right? That's fully closed. That's fully closed. That's fully closed. And then these will be closed when the bad water starts getting in there. All of these trees will die when the bad tide happens, so that's why I haven't bothered with the forester. 6 out of 12. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to think about doing, and a lot of stuff we have to put aside to do what we're trying to do right now, which is keep the beavers alive. Unfortunately. If I had thought a little bit further ahead, I could have put a bridge on top of this thing, but we are unfortunately not in a position to have that luxury at this time. And this, we're like just barely going to miss this too. That's a huge shame. Enormous shame. But it is what it is. What can you do? I'll just have this thing completely closed up. It will start backing up, but it's going to be okay. Oh, now the hauling post is flooded. That was an unintended side effect. Well, man, this map is so frustrating. Oh, God. It's so frustrating in hard mode. But it is what it is. At the very least, we do have the one completely full thing here that we can make use of. Build the corner. Well, it's a little late for that. Again, we got 0.2 days. There's not going to be any more water coming through here. But that's done now. Like, I get what you're saying, but I still can't do anything with this. Like, this has to be built before I even start with this one. And 0.2 days, it's not happening. It's not happening, unfortunately. Like, they still haven't even gotten this. We've already got beavers that have passed out from exhaustion. It's just not working. Now, don't worry. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten that this needs to be completely closed off. All right, that's paused. So now there's no more water, good, bad, or otherwise, that can come out of that thing. This is completely paused, so whatever is left here stays up here. These have already been paused, and These we're going to manually close when the time comes and the bad water gets close. But, like, you see just how incredibly close we've gotten to this? It's just incredibly frustrating how close we got. Look, if they build from above, they have to be above to build from above. It doesn't matter, because we can't get down from above because I don't have a bridge built here. I should have had one. But now that this has happened, we don't need to worry about it because there's no more clean water coming in. I know this is flooded, etc., so on and so forth, but now I don't have to worry about it. What a tremendous waste of time that was. But now we have to have our eyes over here preventing our pollution from spreading, which I think at this point now, safe to call for that. And then this one will take a little bit more time. Yeah, 10-day bad tide. It is what it is. At least we have water. I will pause this. I can never find the right buttons. There we go. Pause those guys. Definitely. Ah! I committed crimes against Skyrim and her people by doing that. Oh well, life goes on. Distracted by the reservoir that was not meant to be, unfortunately. I need my automation mods back immediately. Just unbelievably now. Yesterday. I need them back last week. I don't have the mental capacity to handle all this manually. I really don't. It's so frustrating, man. It's so frustrating. Oh, and I have the 24-hour things. See, this is why I need my automation stuff back. I cannot do this by myself. Oh, the train has long since passed for me to be evaluated for mental health purposes. Like, I'm 33 years old. They don't do that anymore. Before you finish the reservoir, remove the rubble. Well, then I have to build stairs down here. Yeah, it's... Oh! Well, this is new. You're telling me after all that, it's coming in here. I'm about to turn this computer off and throw it out the window. Man. This is why I have trust issues. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It didn't do this before. It didn't do this before. Does this source change during a bad tide? Let's find out. Okay. No, these are still drains. What gives? What? Wait, come on, man. Oh, this has absolutely ruined my day. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Just, God. All right. Well, at least it's not overflowing here. Yet. Tell me why I fully expect that to be a thing that happens. Well, it is what it is. We very clearly need to beef up our stuff here. Just why? Why is this the way that it is? Well, I don't need to have access to get down here during a bad tide, but I need to get over here, and I guess the only one I can actually do would be to build this. But man, what a letdown. Like, comprehensive, just absolute bleh. Why? If I undo that, they can't reach this, right? Okay, good. As long as no beavers come over here to go dunk themselves in the poison, then I guess that's fine. No, I don't want to cheese with the scaffolding. I hate that. I hate doing that. No, we didn't even do it. Man, come on. This is a hard map. This is such a hard map. I should not have done this as a live stream. Oh well, life goes on. That's the wrong way. Well, we can be ready when this nonsense ends, at the very least. We've got trees that need to be cut down. I've got beavers that are homeless. I've got beavers that don't have jobs. Man, what a mess. Were you able to build a bridge off the natural overhang? Yes, but the way the bridges work is this isn't going to connect to a path placed here. Because, well, in water beavers it does. But that's not going to do us any good, unfortunately. We have to wait to get beavers in here. We have to either wait until this mess is no longer poisoned, which will be halfway or most of the way through the next temperate cycle. Or I have to build a thing off of here, which would get me these 3 at the very least. But I don't have a, Ugh, God. I got ladders now, which I could unlock. Gross. Just, Oh, it's like nothing matters anymore. Like, everything we did the entirety of the last stream is just completely pointless at this point. Oh, well. Get that staircase out of there. Come get your planks. Then I can at least have this kind of finished. And then they can make their way across, building all this fun stuff. I still only have the single platform taken care of. That's got to get changed. At least I got wood. I got water. I've got... it's not the best kind of food situation, but it's... That's so deflating, man. That's, like, legitimately upsetting. Oh, well. There's only 177 people watching me be a complete failure at the game I made 1,000 videos with. It's alright. Average Sunday. I know, the floodgates need replacing, but if I remove them, then the flooding's only going to get worse. Deconstruction recovery amount. This is just normal hard mode. Should be 75%. Yeah, we're pumping. We're still pumping. We're going to keep pumping. I might as well just put these corners in. Yeah, I know. I've got all this metal here. I need to have more metal storage. I need to start actually making metal, but I can't until I have water flow. And I wasn't intending to be able to use the donut for water flow purposes during a bad tide, but I guess that's the way that's going. All right, so let's start building this. Get the rest of this in some form of functioning. And then we need to do something about this mess here. I can promise you that. So that, fortunately, shouldn't be too big of a deal. All I got to do is just have a floodgate that can push it back out the other side. I'm pretty sure all I would have to do for that to be a thing would be to put this in here, and then I'd need a double high to go here. And then bad goes that way, good goes this way. Bad going out this way might benefit from having this here so it can't get down into this mess again. And then that's probably it. The forbidden spicy donut, huh? Canal on the other side of what? This is a drain water source. Or are you talking about a canal on the other side of the donut? That's not really a canal, I wouldn't say. Like, this is the drain that goes through here, the same place as this goes. And then this ends up just flowing into here. I don't know if this is big enough on the inside for me to get in here and put in stuff. Like, what's on top of... Oh, it's the natural overhangs. We're not going to be able to get in there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's your bingo board, by the way. If you were waiting on there to be like a horrific mistake, that would have been it. Just all of this nonsense here. All right, can I get the beavers over here during a bad tide and not cause like mass destruction? I don't know. So I've got like a pathway over here, but I feel like it's going to be necessary to just come in up this way. I guess I'd go ahead and unlock ladders. Probably makes the most sense. The fastest, least suffering way for us to actually accomplish something here. At least for right now. Yeah, get this up here. Is that on the correct side? Alright, so that would require that I build this last. All of these, depending on how I want to do this. Oh, see, this is going to become such a huge problem to construct this. Well, we'll let them figure it out when they get to it. I could undo that one at the very least. That gives them plenty to accomplish. Let's get the rest of these trees cut down. I guess that's probably fine. So many things to get done. So many things to get done. So little time. So little brain capacity. Making the overflow on the small source one longer facing the colony, have it run off to the right. Alright. But that doesn't... I don't think this comes through the... Oh, right here? That goes into... Oh, yeah, you're right. So, in that case, it needs to be moved... Okay, so this doesn't need to be here. That definitely doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. So what we end up doing is that goes there, and then this has to go here. I think. But this is going to have to be a double high floodgate, which we need to unlock anyway, so might as well. If that goes here. And this isn't a strong enough thing for it to really be an issue, I don't think. So I'm assuming this would work. Hopefully. We just have to manually operate it. Before you unblock the water in the center of the circle, build the channel that you want the route to what? Huh? Oh, this? Yeah, I'm not even going to mess with that for a really long time. You're going to have overflow for the reservoir. Well, theoretically, we don't need to have one. But I am sure I'm going to forget, so... I hate to use the dams because it automatically limits you. Just severely. So, I guess I could put a floodgate in, but, To build this here, I would have to first build all of this as levees and then remove this and put something else in, unless I want to remove the deep water pump here and build it again, which I've already done like 3 times. Well, then the other question becomes, do we move the deep water pumps inside of this? I think the answer is probably yes. Yeah, I can fit 3. Fit 3 here, and I can fit 3 here. This just isn't very big for pumping. Like, if we had 6 pumps on this and we ran it all the time, then it would be empty in, I don't know, a day and a half. Put a platform in the space of the floodgate in the... yeah, I guess. I guess it's fine. We'll do that. Don't forget to pause the dams in the way. Yes. Alright. I think this is doable. Of course, they still have tons and tons and tons of work to get this actually accomplished, but we'll get it figured out. Well, the pumps are supposed to be in the donut, but now the donut's completely polluted. What the heck was that sound? I didn't click on anything. Dams between the floodgate? Okay, are you talking about this, or are you talking about over here? Because right now, I am, I'm really not sure how this is ever going to get fixed, honestly. Oh god, I haven't even thought about where north would be. I think we were maybe supposed to have north be this way, but honestly, I haven't been keeping track. This small one. Why does it keep making that sound? I'm concerned. No, oh, this is backed up. Now this is going to be poisoned too? Come on, man. I can't win. I can't do it. Second, what do you mean the second floodgate's not needed? No. You have to have 2 floodgates. Like this one closes off. Wait. Oh no, yeah, you're totally right. You're totally right. This has to wait, is this a drain too? Oh, it's a -3. Okay. Oh man, I might need to just be done for today. My brain can't even work. Oh, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? This needs to go... That needs to go that way. That's fine. And the reason this is here, so this goes... Oh, come on. This goes here. But where is the clean water even going? See, it really should be going this way, but this is... That's a problem. That's a problem. What the heck am I supposed to do with this? Man, what kind of masochist made this map? I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. Well, this is also poisoned now anyway, so I guess this is canceled for now until this gets cleaned. I can't put a levee over the drain. There's nothing I can build on top of until I have overhangs. Which I do not have metal to build. So if I did that, but I don't want the clean water to completely flood everything. I just want to be able to use it. You know, corner levee is going to go where the path is, but at this point I can't even get over there because this is now poisoned water, so this doesn't matter anymore. It's just going to be, so much just nonsense here. Alright, we gotta do something else. I don't know that this can even really pump that much more out of here without it just, being completely impossible to do anything. I still don't have power. I still don't have power for anything. Oh, what a disappointment. Am I going to be able to even make and operate a smelter? Like, I need to have metal. I guess I have enough... What is happening with these sounds? Oh, you stupid idiots! I disconnected this. You shouldn't be able to get to it. Get out of here. Go home. Stop it. I'm not going to save you if you get infected. I can't... I don't have the means to do this. They're building this ladder. That's still... Come on, man. Is this out of range yet? Good. Turn around. Go away. Don't come over here anymore. Alright. What the heck am I supposed to do for the next 3.5 days? Like, we very clearly have a lot of problems that need to be solved, and I don't know that I can figure out what I'm supposed to be doing with this. I need to have beaver housing somewhere. I need to have that somewhere, but where's it going to go? This map is incredibly hard. Make sure the birches are unmarked for cutting. Yeah, they're not marked. That's fine. Yeah, we need to cut the trees in the donut. Just go ahead and get all of this marked for cutting. How many can I put in here? Okay, that's not going to fit a tree there. Really? Okay. Well, that'll give them something to do. I know there's already a lumberjack flag here, but I'm just going to leave it alone. I need to build more beaver housing. God, there's so much stuff to do. So if I put the housing along the river, theoretically this is farmable space. We can grow trees and all that stuff. It's just not gone well. I'm supposed to be doing levees. I'm supposed to have this finished also. Yeah, we need to do mangroves, but I don't have confidence that this is going to be constantly irrigated. Just, is not really a realistic thing. Overhang apartments. You don't think this is too far away from everything? I mean, I guess. I really need to get the large barracks going. Well, this is all dried up anyway, so why don't we just start building over here? Of course that's not going to fit. Just start putting stuff in. We also need to have more inventors' huts, so this is not a bad place to do that. Anybody else want to walk through infected, nasty water? No? Okay. If you finish the donut dam, you'll need to make the lower one higher. Lower, what? That will overflow. Oh, you're talking about this? I really hope that's not the case. 'Cause that's going to be, that's going to be hard. That's going to be hard to deal with. I don't... Man. That's going to have a tremendous effect on pretty much everything then, isn't it? Yeah, what am I supposed to do with this? I mean, they can go off here too. As long as there's no other really nasty surprises, we might be okay. Yeah, there's really, there's no way. There's no way for the water to go anywhere else. I think the most frustrating thing about this is I can't do anything about it until, like, the end of the next temperate cycle. Yeah, if I open this, then I can come in here and I can remove that. Then I can put in the double floodgates. Eventually, to replace them, which does give them a construction project they can accomplish. This, I don't think, is gonna have... You know what? It probably is. Probably is. Oh, man, this causes so many problems. probably, honestly, better to just completely dam this off here and not worry about it. And now I'm out of water, because there's no more pumping that can be done. Well, okay, that actually can. Well, go ahead and reopen this at the very least. Get things situated. Alright, so now that's got water coming out of it. I think this should be okay. Hopefully. Oh, we're not even close to having dynamite yet. We're not even close. We're so far behind. Like, I understand it's cycle 12. We have unlocked nothing. Oh, the beavers are all thirsty. But at least the inside of this is kind of cleared out. Not much else that anybody can really do, but... Just get that paused. Oh, why is this flooded now? That shouldn't be flooded. Is that flooded because the donut is flooded? I think we talked about this last time. This just does not have capacity to handle much of anything, does it? Yeah, this is only getting worse. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. Close the waterfall. But I need to flush the donut out or we're not going to have any water to pump. Ugh. Oh my god, man. Why is this the way that it is? At least we can open this. Try to flush this nasty out here. Get water wheels turning, and then maybe, if this even matters anymore... Yeah, we're not going to be able to use the actual good flow from this. This is a purely defensive thing. So, I guess I don't even need to have a floodgate here at all. This is just a diversion thing. Alright. Well, that's nasty there. I guess I can go ahead and just get this connected. Then that's going to be the way it is. And now our main problem is the beavers don't have any drinking water because there's no water to be drinking. Ugh. Why does it keep playing that random sound? There's no reason for this. Now, if I fill this up, like, see how quickly this fills up? I feel like that's not supposed to drain that quickly. When it's at 0.95, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Game, what are you doing? Alright, there's some weird nonsense happening. Build a water pump where you're building the double high floodgate. Where? You're not talking about here. This is going to be poison like 99% of the time. Oh, that's right. We do need to replace this. But that doesn't explain why the entire thing just completely drained. I probably should have just waited till I had sluices available, to be perfectly honest with you. Alright. That's just going to get closed. Probably because of the platform beneath the floodgate. But the floodgate itself is what's going to control the... okay, whatever. Well, now we only have 4 homeless beavers, so that's helping, I suppose. Get somebody else over here. Alright, they have this in place. That's next, and then I can build that one. I guess they're going to build this last, and then I'll put a levee here in this corner when that's all said and done. Did they finish cutting all the trees? It looks like they almost have. There's a couple left. Then that'll be fine. Alright, this is now clean enough for me to come down here and get this situated. Just in time to have a drought. Good. There's no water pumped at all. Oh my god, man. You wanted hard mode, you got hard mode. But now we have to send these poor thirsty beavers over here to build the hopeless floodgate solution before we have no more time left to do it. Why are you building the floodgate if all you're going to do is divert the water all the time anyhow? Well, I like having this irrigation down here when we can. It keeps these berries alive, and we can theoretically have other stuff going. Wow, this isn't even doing any... What a colossal waste of time. This has done nothing. Ugh. I don't have anywhere to put pumps. That's the problem. For me to build pumps here, I have to build a tremendous quantity of scaffolding that I can't do. These guys can still pump. These guys just don't have they don't have anything else going on. Alright. Get this out of here. Yeah, we actually, you know, we don't even need to be building this. Oh, man. What a terrible thing. Alright. I guess I'm going to have this giant, stupid wheel if I want to get anything accomplished. But I don't know... I don't know where I'm going to have space to put it, really. Well, these blockages are in the way, so they're going to get removed. Yeah, they won't finish the pumps fast enough for it to matter. Most important thing is to have this be as clean as possible. And I know this is going to flood stuff, but we have to flush all this nasty water out of here or we're not going to be able to pump anything. These trees are all dead. Alright, so get that going. Oh, we're so far away from engines it's not even worth discussing. We got like, multitudes of stuff that has to get accomplished before we even start worrying about those. Yeah, they're not even gonna bother with this. Oh, it's too late for us to get that. We're not gonna have time. Yeah, we didn't replant the trees anyway. I know. Yeah, we need to be planting. There's so much going on. I probably need to not live stream this, honestly. But that's what we ended up deciding we wanted to do, was have live streams. So I don't have the what's the word? I don't even know what the word is for it. My brain's already shut off. I don't have the simultaneous responsibility management skill to get this to not suck. So we're gonna have to figure something out. Alright. 0.1 days left. This... They haven't even finished this yet. Man. God. That's got to get shut, at the very least. 0.1 days left. We don't know how long this drought's going to be, either. So now we're far enough in where we could have, like, 25, 30-day droughts. Okay, 13 is survivable. Alright. So this, I can just go ahead and completely remove. And we need to just build this super tall. This goes away. Yeah. They have the ability to get over here, right? Okay. So this is going to have to become double high. I guess it doesn't really matter where the thing goes. So maybe I can just put it on the very edge here. Yeah. That'll work. Double floodgate. Get that in place. Okay, now they've got that kind of working. Still waiting on planks, even though we have a ton of planks. What's up with that? Why do we not have, why do we not have planks? They're not going to die of thirst. Yeah, we're gonna have to increase the size of this thing. So now my problem is I don't have good places to put pumps. Except maybe, I guess, right here. I was trying to avoid having stuff be super spread out, but clearly has not worked. Alright, well, at least for the time being, I can put some more beavers in the hauling post. That'll do something, at the very least. There's no point in putting pumps on this side, because remember, there's no water coming into this. This is where most of our storage is currently. If anything, we just need to keep expanding the reservoir here. Slowly. Probably multiple stages. We don't need to waste any time or effort on that. We'll just keep on doing this. And then we can pump out of the actual reservoir. Trees-wise, we should be okay as long as they can actually plant stuff, which, don't know. Don't know. I guess we need to do a builder's hut, huh? So until we have something else going on in here, the builder's hut is probably going to be one of the best uses of space that we could have. Just get that going. Still working on this. Still working on this. I think, hopefully, this won't be a tremendous problem. But I am going to increase the height here, just in case that becomes an issue. Do you need an ed path on top of the dam to let the beavers build the floodgate? Oh yeah, probably. But we don't need to worry about that anymore because we're moving it. So I guess that's going to be what it's going to be. Now they can build this. Alright, I need to get some of these berries harvested. Come on. There we go. We still haven't really done anything to improve food because it's been borderline impossible. So now I have to look at this. Okay, now I'm completely lost. Oh, and I opened my phone and get 8 billion ESPN notifications. I do not care about the Super Bowl. Stop sending me stuff about the Super Bowl. Alright, what in the world? Okay, where is that? Oh, you're talking about up here? Yeah, okay. So that's going to block bad water. But then where does it go if you block it off there? Because I'm pretty sure it's still going to come down here. It's just not going to come over here. Yeah, if you block that off, then it's still has to come through this mess, and then it's going to flood down. Okay, I got to take this off at triple speed. No, the second barracks has not been built because the beavers have way too much to do. But now there's another builder's hut at least, so that maybe has a chance of actually getting something accomplished. See, I don't know if I put stuff here, I don't know that that's actually going to solve a problem. Because it still is, it's going to come out here, it's going to come out here. The biggest problem is here. This is going to be a tremendous mess. And I don't know that it's going to be possible for that to drain appropriately. Is it worth tearing this up to try and fix this? Saw everything on the edge of the map to the... Okay. There is a hole there. There is a hole there. But there's no way for the water to get over to it unless this is all completely filled up. See, this is completely sealed off. So it would have to come all the way around to here and then be overflowed enough to be up again to this height. So much to do. I do not... Oh, hey, this is done. Neato. Alright, oh, hello, everyone saying hi in chat. My brain is combusting attempting to figure out how to do all this stuff. So I have not been reading as much. It's only what in the world are you talking about? Top right corner is only one high. Yes, but remember, this still... Okay, alright. You know what? We'll just do it. We'll just do it, and if it's bad, then I get to be... Well, I'm not going to be mad, because that's a pointless thing to be mad about. But if it doesn't work, then we can talk about it then. I need automation so bad. I cannot do all this manually. Okay, I mean, what even... Like, what other kind of stuff can we even do? I don't have metal yet, because I don't have the... Oh, I don't have the beavers to do anything. Alright. I guess I just have to build a power wheel here and just suck it up and get it over with. Yeah, let's just put that there. These poor beavers are going to be worked to death. Just put a smelter there. And I don't have... they still haven't gotten rid of these blockages. We got so much to build. It's made it impossible for them to get anything accomplished. No, there's no such thing as a break in the middle of a live stream. That doesn't work. Yeah, probably should. Probably should go ahead and... Wait, is that... Oh, man, come on. This doesn't even... Alright, forget that. I can't get over here. I have to put a platform in. Alright. I guess we can do this. They can start working toward that. Still haven't okay, now we're planting oak trees. just in time for this to dry up in a little bit. That's the way it goes. We have water, at least. That's something. Oh, I should have made this a... Okay, that's not going to have space to put a tank over here, is it? Unless I put a tank here. That will work. But I don't have the gears. And I need the gears to build the metal. But I also have the gear thing turned off. And that's got to get another beaver on it. I think I can do it with 3. I should be able to do it with 3. Yeah, try that. Alright, yeah, they're still working on all this stuff. Alright, at least this is ready to go on this side. Hopefully. Hopefully. I don't have to do anything else with that. I want them to finish this so I know for sure that I'm not going to flood the donut any more than I have to. And they're going to take their time getting this done because there's so many other things they're trying to do. And I was supposed to divert this. There's just way too much going on. They don't need that side of the other flood. What? I mean, there's still going to be water coming. Okay, alright. Alright, I think I see what you're talking about. They don't have a... Well, that's already built, so it doesn't matter. So I guess this now has to be the priority. To get that. I don't think this is going to do it. I feel like it's going to end up flooding still. At least that's done. I typically don't have any dreams about anything. Which probably isn't good, but... Only if I ever, like, go back to sleep. And it's, like, late morning or something. What's really funny is this is, like, one of the first things that I had, marked for removal, and they still haven't done that yet. There's still need to be delivered down to the 2 high floodgates you just upped the priority on. For what? Are you talking about these right here? Yeah, that's, No, I don't have enough wood. Did they... No, they did not. Alright. Yeah, you think this is going to flood? But I can't fix everything. I can't fix everything all at once. Well, this is, at the very least, just about finished. Like, I'm afraid to get rid of this because if it does end up being a problem, gear store. Oh crap! Oh man, how do people play this game? How do people play this game and talk at the same time? I ask as someone who has done that for like the past 4 years. But they're not going to build this for like another forever. Alright. This one still needs 2 more logs. And that should be just about finished. There. So that's happening. At the very least. And you want this to be... Okay. Alright, that's what you were talking about, is this piece right here. That I can't get to. Unless this is not finished. And that's prioritized. This is about to dry out. This tree has to go away. It's marked for cutting. That it's not going to get cut because these are closer. So that means... what do you mean it won't go up that high? There's no way it won't go up that high. Unless all of it just completely goes away here. Well, I guess we'll see. Alright, so there's 3 more gears for this, and that'll be done. We don't... This is why I didn't want to use these, because it takes so many logs, but what else are we going to do? Not really anything. Not really anything that can be done. Yes, this has a water source. And for some reason, it's only a problem during a bad tide. Don't know why. Alright. Let's go ahead and pause those things. We get these beavers in doing literally anything. Alright. Please cut this tree down. Thank you. Wasn't that, like, completely disproven about the bad tide increasing the water output? Alright, this is dry now. I can let some water... See how fast this goes? Like, it emptied the entire thing immediately despite only being 0.05 open. I guess this is the flaw of this type of floodgate design. Right, I have 3 edges, but there shouldn't be enough room for it to go through. I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't care about that. Okay, now they're using all my wood to... Okay, hold on. This is... Okay, that's finished. That needs to be unpaused. Okay. Oh, so this is done, but the power source isn't. Okay. The platform under the floodgate to a levee isn't going to do anything. Well, this isn't going to be here for too much longer anyway, because we're going to keep expanding this out. Alright. Finally, cycle 13. Finally, cycle 13. Let's see what we can get accomplished here. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these walls here. No reason to keep these. All that goes away. Well, they're working on this tank. They just don't have the gears for it. Plug it on the other side of the donut. Well, this is just completely open, so this doesn't need to exist either. Alright, so for the purposes of, you know, actually accomplishing water flow, this does need to be opened. And I guess we'll find out when we get a bad tide, we'll close it. But, come on down. Well, no, I can't close it because I have to have water. I need the water more than I need to know if it's going to work. Is this absolute... What is happening here? Okay. I need automation. My God. I cannot do this without automated stuff. I'm going to forget immediately. There we go. And I do think I need to do something about this. I'm just afraid that it's going to go poorly. Well, they can't reach this anyway, so it doesn't matter. Until I have a way to increase this, because I don't have dynamite, I'm not going to for a very long time. Creates a lot of problems. What I do need to do is I need to get this going. I need to get that started. I can do both of those at the same time. I know this is probably much more important to do this, but you know how it goes. We're not going to have enough wood to do all of this anyway, so that's fine. How much do we have here? Okay, we got a lot of logs. They just need to come get these. The final edges of what? Final edges of what? Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, okay, I get you. I got you now. If this goes... It's blockage in the way. If I just have this go all the way out to... Oh, that's not going to work. If I just kind of square this off... I think you said exactly what I was thinking here. If this goes off to here... Then we can start building up. And if this is reservoir, then it doesn't matter if it has an exit or not, but it is going to have an exit somewhere. I guess this is fine. But I'm going to have to, before we get too far along, I am going to have wherever the exit's going to be. Do I just want to go ahead and say sluices now and just forget about this weird thing? I don't I don't have the wood to do this. Put it on the inside. Alright, that's a substantially better idea. That is a substantially better idea. I never think of that being an option. That makes so much more sense. Well, it's going to be a long time before we get sluices anyway, because we don't have power to this yet. I don't have the... I can't micromanage all of this and it not be a complete disaster. Still very curious about that. And I feel like I have to focus on getting this at least kind of fixed. I don't know, man. Well, they're supposed to do this too. Which, honestly, these two probably would be enough to just solve all that problem. Oh, we're having a time. We're having a time. Place another forester by the birch trees you're cutting. Yeah, this needs to be much... That's not where that was supposed to go. that's supposed to be all the way down here. You want aesthetic things. Well, I don't know what good it's really gonna do, but we can put a little bush here if you want. I'll put my little roofing piece here. Probably better to do this one. I guess, probably. See, this is not set up in an optimal way. Well, I can't put them both in the same square. That doesn't work. Well, there's absolutely no chance this gets finished. Not even a tiny bit. Like as soon as they get this like in, it's not going to hold anything. See, this is supposed to have gears, which I have gears, but it says it can't get materials. So I don't know what's going on with that. Got extra beavers that aren't doing anything. But adding them to pumping wouldn't accomplish anything because I don't have any more storage. I don't know why they can't find the gears for this. They're right here. They are right here. Yeah, the builders have... There's too much going on. There's way too much going on. Because now I'm trying to get something accomplished and it's not going to work. Now we don't have any water storage here, which is a huge problem. That is an enormous, enormous problem. And I don't really have any real way to solve it. Well, if I raise this all the way up, this will start storing a little bit more water here that we could then let in later. So that would be kind of a help. Maybe. But it's also just going to go right off the edge of the map, so that's not going to solve anything. 0.95. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think food's going to end up being a problem. The main problem we have is now the droughts are going to get really long and we still don't have good water storage. And then the other problem with doing this way is that this floodgate's not done. Oh, man. Why did I do this way? This just makes me mad. 98... You gotta be kidding me. 90 HP. And that was supposed to be done, but that's not worth worrying about right now. Yeah, let's just go ahead and prioritize this. Because I have this set to... Yeah, it literally doesn't matter anymore. 2 levees by the... Yeah, but then the water's not going to get out. And this is pumpable for like a day. That's not... it's not going to do anything. I know it seems like that's a smart idea, but like it's not going to solve... It's not going to solve anything. Just divert the beavers away from other stuff they're supposed to be doing. Which, I don't know why they're still working on this when I have... Alright. These beavers are pissing me off. Build the tank. We have gears. Build the gear storage. We gotta be able to store water or these beavers are all screwed. Yeah, they have such a huge backlog they can't possibly hope to keep up. Well, I don't think the game's going to count the beavers as required building. But okay, here, finally. Finally, we have that. All right. So that's going to take time to get that figured out, but... Oh, come on. Super late today. What did you miss so far? Oh, boy. Things have not gone well. Now it's 18-day drought. So, basically what happened is I tried to do too much at once and nothing got accomplished. So that's about where we're at. We managed somehow to flood the donut multiple times. And now I got 18 days to try to fix this, which is going to be much more important than building the reservoir because the reservoir can't be... Alright. Now, of course, now they're gonna build all this garbage. I don't need it anymore. Go do something else. There's so many more important things that need to get done. Now this is in place, so that's totally fine. This doesn't need to exist. This could just be kind of left as is. Yeah, logs are getting low. It happens. Get these trees out of here. We need to fix this, because this is going to cause a lot of grief and misery if we don't have that taken care of. So I think what probably has to happen is this has to get just completely removed, replaced with a big old, what do you call it? Yep, there you go. I've got to take this out, and then I've got to build this all the way across, and then figure out some sort of other thing to just let water out. Going up to the mine, building a short wall to divert all the bad water off the map, which is here? I mean, I guess, but now I can't walk through there because I put floodgates in. So I'd have to get up somewhere else. Well, this here is probably fine. Easier thing for us to do probably would be to come over here and just build across this way. Because then it's all going to go off that side. These are... What's the strength here? Alright, so we got a total strength of 7. And there's 4 little holes here. That should be enough to send bad water off the edge. Need 1908 water for the beavers to last 8... Oh, sheesh. Alright, well, that's not going to happen. We can pump, though. So that's something at least. This map is very hard. There's not that many trees we can get to with the... We're already over here. We're already over here. They just haven't built this yet. Because they're busy being completely overwhelmed. Alright. So we... man. Gotta be able to get... Come on. Stupid thing. Staircase. There. Wait, I got ladders. What am I doing? So used to not having ladders. Just gotta come up here. Nope, that's not gonna work. Then, see, this is going to cause other problems because now I can't get across here. I hope I don't have to use this mine at some point. I've got other ones, right? Maybe I don't. Oh, there's one over here. I have all this scrap metal, so I hope that's not going to be a problem. Alright, sheesh. They gotta build that, then they gotta get rid of that, and then they gotta replace it with something else, then they gotta do this, 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 and this. Or we just say, you know what, this is the only thing that matters, and that's, I'm not even gonna bother trying to cut these trees down. Actually, no, I am. Gotta have those. Gotta have these trees. If I completely block this off, which I'm not going to be able to do without building something over here. I think, hopefully this works. Yeah, that doesn't cut through here at all. Alright, this is now the priority. Just get this done. If that happens, then this just gets completely erased from being part of the equation, and then this doesn't need to even be a concern at all. It's the only mine. The only mine. That's the problem. What do you mean I've already seen another one? Oh, no, sheesh, I totally have. Yep. Never mind. Alright, so this no longer needs to be something that is any of our concern. That's fine. Is it really worth putting in wood storage just to build 3 levees? I don't think so. There's probably a mine buried somewhere. Would not be surprised. This is just such a huge map, it's almost impossible to have any idea what's... Yeah, there's a mine here that's buried. I might have even talked about that at the beginning of the stream series. And there's that one buried. Oh, there's a bunch of these things. No, underneath the overhangs in the donut is a water source. That's it. Okay, I would like to have storage in the donut, but there also has to be... Well, actually... I don't know what the contamination is inside of this. Which I probably should build a stream gauge to find out. Just put that right there is fine. To add yet more stuff. Oh, hey, this is operable. How do I have 10 vacancies? How do I have 10 vacancies already? Did I build that much stuff for them to do? Like, I feel like that can't be... I feel like that can't be a thing. Alright. So what I need to do is I need to get water into the donut. And there's water in here. That's just evaporating. I have 5 breeding pods. I really just need to increase my my well-being. Which, easier said than done. One of the easiest ways to do that is just do food. But our food has been... Because we don't have a stable power source. Because we have to get to engines. But we haven't... I thought I unpaused this. I guess not. Alright, at least I got somebody working there. I was going to put in a pile for the metal. Which I guess this one will work fine here as well. I'll just leave that as it's going to be. Well, I don't have room next to every house for bushes. I guess if I want to just take up all my space with bushes... That's 12 logs? Are you serious? Yeah, we're not doing that. Breeding pods are probably not staggered at all. Okay, well, never mind. 4 of them are about the same time, and one of them's a little bit later. And I have homeless beavers again. Okay. Oh, they finally got that out of there. That wasn't a priority, though. Why'd they do that? Alright, they're still working on trees out of here. We have that done. This is not accessible. Okay. Sluices. I guess if we really want to be, messing with that, then... Alright, this floodgate goes away. I have the science for the sluice. They're just building this now because they have nothing better to do, or what? Seems to be what's going on. Okay, we got the campfire there. Just not a lot of good spots on this map to do stuff. That's just real hard. Because everything's super far away, windy, so on and so forth. Yeah. Well, now that we have this. See, I don't know. I don't know. It's very hard for me to see what needs to go where. I guess it probably makes the most sense to just put this thing here. I don't think it's going to be a problem getting this filled up, honestly. So that is full height on that side. This would be full height on this side. I don't think we're going to be able to fill it up that tall, but this would block the exit enough to retain, hopefully more, but I don't know that the amount of water coming in is ever going to get that high. Careful not to flood the hole. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Well, I don't think it's going to get that high. But we can also maybe... No, there's too many things here. I guess this is going to have to just get left at whatever the height of the hole is for now. Oh, so this all right, this is kind of pointless then. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, man. I guess we probably just need to focus on building this reservoir here. It's probably the best thing to do. That floodgate definitely can be replaced with a sluice. That's going to be so much better. Although this really shouldn't ever be closed. Yeah, why did I build this? I don't need this here. In fact, this is going to be too... Yeah, I shouldn't have built that. It's too low. Alright, so those get to go away. And this is what I should have replaced with a sluice. This whole time. Which I probably only need the one. I think. Yeah. This is not a very Not a very strong thing. Close above contamination, 1%. That's it. Oh, but you know what? That's not going to automatically open after a bad tide. We're going to have to manually open it. Why did this has solved no problems. This has made things worse. Why did I do that? It's completely pointless. Oh, that's so frustrating. That is incredibly frustrating. Alright, well, regardless, I do have to have some sort of outflow, and I guess since this is the only one I haven't built, I guess it's going to be here, but if I just close this one above a downstream depth, this will basically just keep this completely full all the time. Well, they can build this if they can find the wood. It's just gonna, you know, not be a quick process. I'm gonna stop pumping this. Why not put a rig on it? There is no bad water rig in the Iron Teeth. Close below contamination. This is never gonna have contamination. See ya. Thanks for being here. Trees available upstream. Not really. Are you talking about these? Okay, these guys have nothing left to do. Yeah, the only really accessible trees at this point are the ones we've planted. Minus, like, this very small bit here. Which I guess we can get, but not really a ton. So gonna pause that. Maybe these will grow and spread a little bit. Did you mark the corner of oaks for cutting? Yep. They just haven't gotten to it yet. The canal doesn't go through... What canal? Okay, well now these are all dry and got 6 days, so those aren't growing anymore. Means that gets paused, that gets paused, that gets paused. Need more storage for gears. Downstream of this is these that are set to 0.9. So again, there's too many moving parts for my brain to keep up with, so we might have to completely redo this. Yeah, we need more water tanks. I gotta have somewhere to put them, though. I guess here is fine to put 1 or 2 of them. I have the materials. Might as well build them. Yeah, oh man, these water wheels make me so mad. Absolutely no point in having these here. Not even a tiny bit. I almost have enough metal to make 1 engine, but I don't have enough wood to really power them. Which is annoying. I don't have the science for the underground water tank. We're so far away from that. Well, okay, I do. I have 600 science, but this way too many resources. I don't have metal yet. I don't have enough metal yet. pines beside the group of birches. You're talking about this? I mean, they can reach, kind of. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just let this in through here. I don't know if it's going to reach all the way or not. If it doesn't, then I just caused all this to evaporate for no reason, but I was hopeful that I would get a little bit more of the donut here. Hey, Hoff got a gift membership. Thanks, Minoc. Appreciate you. It is very rare that Hoff gets touched by the RNG. Alright, who doesn't have power? Okay, no, that's fine. Do I have a medical bed? I don't remember what I've built here. I feel like we don't have medical beds. Oh, no, I do. I have a single medical bed. Did you mark the trees for cutting? No, but they're not cuttable anyway. So now they're marked for cutting. At least this is progressing, and that's nice. Yeah, this sluice absolutely did not need to be built. This, I think, can go back to just being a dam. Would make the most sense. Sluices around negative water source with the setting to only ever engage if bad water to open. Okay, well, I can't even see what I'm doing. I've got this already, so there's no reason to get rid of that. This is a whole thing. I probably could have replaced that. Yeah, honestly, I feel like we just don't need to mess with it. I have no idea what pines you're talking about. Absolutely none. Oh. Okay. Those were not marked. Another gift membership to The One from Minoc. Thanks very much. Appreciate you. Yeah, you never can you never can guarantee where those go. Four-way bridge thing with the water source on top is no issue in bad tide once the main bad water divert in it as... Oh, jeez, my brain just shut off. 2 negative water sources below that suck up all the bad water. Well, if there's water already in here, then it just spreads around. Alright, I've got 30 metal blocks. An engine is 20. I'm gonna just unlock this and we can stop being miserable. we can finally get rid of all this garbage, and I can have industrial processing. Finally, I just don't know where I want to put it. That's the other problem, is there's not that much buildable space. This is kind of far away, so probably doesn't need to be there. So most of our wood is coming in this area. This honestly isn't a terrible place to have industrial stuff. This is just now, okay, I completely forgot what I was going to say. Huh. This space here is going to be dead so much, I guess we don't need to worry about having any trees here. These are only 10%. Alright. Don't get mad, but we're getting rid of these trees. We're going to completely just turn this into an industrial area. Thanks for another gift membership to Tyler Dukes. Sorry, Hobbit, you can't apparently get those. I wish we could do individual gift things, but nevertheless, appreciate it. All right. I have materials to build the rest of this back. I'm pretty sure. Do I have materials to build an engine? I currently do. Or I will. All right. This will also help us get some beaver labor back. If we make the engine, this one right here, it is right next to the logs. And then right next door to that, we can put in, I guess right now, we'll go ahead and do 2 lumber mills and a gear workshop. That'll get us to 75, 150. That's 3. No, that's 27. Oh, hello. Hello. Stuart Bett gifting 50 memberships. First of all, thank you. Second of all, wow. Let's see who's got these here. Cunning Shine, Michael, Vincent, J. Home, Albrecht, Tim, Bella Mercy, Stephen Bragg, Rebecca Finds Life, Turi, Sea Rider 283, Colin Stapleton, House of Greystone, Styx, the original Skittle, Rob, Jamabo, Karen, Ainsley Steen, Chris Thunder TV, Anaboth, Lawrence Curtis, Frail Rain, Jojen Paste, Jose Armando Pazo Seguya, Yash Govind, David Grappington, Alan 101, Sovereign Prax, Natnag Gamer, or Natna Gamer, I guess would be what that would go into. Newman, Jamie B. I'm just kidding, I'm assuming is how that's supposed to be meant. Fred, Jan Wickerman, Russell Henke, Gusty Rodoni, Teal McClanahan, Murphyus, Justin Herring, Azaret, Julian? Oh, here we go. Uh-oh, now we're in trouble. Mighty Mike, Mauricio, Brianna Horton, Philip, Abagio, Schmeck, Nikki, Chicago Mike, and then Jacob comes in with 50 gift memberships. Oh boy. Oh boy. Was that everybody? Was that everybody from the first one? Is that everybody from Stuart? Well, thank you very much, Stuart. Thank you very much, Jacob, for another 50 gift memberships. Olafur Duggar, Riley, Brian Salney, Ray Goodrow, DBM 5556, Kwasi Bamboo Bazooka, that's a cool name. Carpe Diem, Type 5 US, Yuri 4171, K Zazzlefrat, Pebbles 3107, Sean Hickey, Lamb Chumps. Is that like lamb chops, but for chumps? I like that. David S., Noah Weisberg, Senior, Caleb Pike, Andy Skibba. I have no idea how that is pronounced. I'm very sorry, Ennis. Silent Castle, Taskmeister, Frank Wijbenga, Monzi, SJ, Dominic Fry, Christopher Stoner, Horatio. Oh, it skipped me so far. Okay, there we are. Captain Chopstick, Hoffin, Mustang Bear 80, Chris Connor Jr., Lyndon Kelcher, Sora Nakamura, Caitlin Hill, Carrie Hogger, Disturbed Simulations. Hey, that's a name we all recognize. Go watch their videos. Poochie McCracken, MadCup23, P3, James Harris, Patrick Bateman. You know what's really funny is I actually have a fake Patrick Bateman name in the Beard Booster list already, and now we have an actual Patrick Bateman, so there might be 2 of them. Lennox Harris, Craig Williams, George Gearing, Theory to Baker, Jimmy Mr. Sir, Nadine Breenert, Michael Hansen, David Cummings, Trevor Waters. Who else? Mike O'Donnell got some membership again. Drew Scott, Lovely KC Cat, and I think that's all of them. Pause while reading. Well, why would I do that? That would make way too much sense. Wow. And still none for Hobbit. Pour one out for our friend Hobbit. But welcome back, and welcome to the rest of you. Good Lord. Can someone technically just cash app the guy money so we can get a membership? I mean, hey, that's always an option. Just checked, my playtime is 922.1 hours in Timberborn. That, I think, might technically be more than Steam says I've played, but I think it doesn't count hours. It doesn't count hours if I'm in offline mode, which I am frequently. So, we have a drought approaching in 1.6 days. This is filling back up, which is very nice. But outside of that, it seems like not too much else has changed here. Too far from a district. What? Oh. Wait, how is that? There's no way. Oh, because this side's not built in yet. All right. We'll fix that. We'll fix that. All right, so Hobbit, don't feel too bad because Hoff managed to dodge it for like a year straight before finally getting one. I will check my gift settings for the 5th time tonight. Again, it's totally random. There's really no way to guarantee that you're gonna be able to just get it at any given point in time. Pumps are paused, you know, because we don't need them. We have full water storage. But I have extra beavers. And then we got 100 gift memberships in the span of 90 seconds, so then I had to read all those out. But yeah, our top priority right now should be getting this this thing situated here. Even though for some reason they're building these things first before they do anything else. Let's not do that. Let's get these in. I think they're going to be able to do it. So, no logs. There's 12 here. This is what happens when you don't pay attention. Wish there was a mod that could automate pausing buildings when the storage for the resource is full. There might be, honestly. Now I've got some difficult choices to make. I know I need... Well, it would be nice to at least have these two finished, but you know that's not going to be that's not going to be a thing. There's one tree that can be cut down there. These are technically still in reach. If I did this. So I don't think it's an issue of we're not going to have this finished. It's just an issue of they have to be able to do it quickly enough. You managed to dodge 500... Yeah, well, for all those live streams, it probably was maybe more than 500 of them. Yeah, please check and make sure that your things are set up. If you have a brand account, YouTube won't let you get gift memberships. So here's the thing about the beaver names, is that mod that updates them for the custom list is broken. It has not been updated for 7, so nobody has a custom name at this point. I think prioritization's a little janky. I would not be surprised because stuff is just really, really inconsistent. Yeah, food's a problem. It's always a problem. Nothing is ever easy. I know we need more farms. We just don't have the, we don't have the stuff to do anything. We're just so bogged down. I took the food fermenter out like an idiot because I wanted to fix the I wanted to fix all this stuff, but that clearly didn't pan out right. All right, get that going. I need these pine trees. We need the wood to store water, please and thank you. So this is closed. That's going through there. The farm's not... Oh, the farm is paused. Alright, well, that'll help solve that problem. See, you guys... Hopefully you guys can understand how impossible this is for me to do without automation. And also keep up with chat and all that stuff. We need to make this an engine too, but we don't have enough wood yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. Now, so long as this is not going to be contaminated ever again, we can probably build a larger tree farm over here. If we had the means to do dynamite, which we currently don't. Well, yeah, the tree planter's paused because I didn't want to keep planting trees over here. These trees are all growing. They're fine. But I guess if you really want, we can undo that. This is going to be industrial stuff once that's all taken care of. But now we're, unfortunately, not going to have our levees in place. Just the way it goes. Hammerby says, with 20. Squirrel, thank you very much. This entire playthrough is just a whole bunch of squirrels. This is really what it boils down to. Yeah, I don't know how people can actually keep up with stuff like... I can't even do racing games just without even looking at chat. I'm not that coordinated. Stuart, welcome to Beard Boosters. Very, very, very funny that you were not a Beard Booster before you dropped 50 gift memberships, but appreciate you. Could have high prioritized the dam building. Yeah. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. You know how it goes. It doesn't really matter for this middle piece anyway, because the other sides have to be finished. What currency? I believe that's Norwegian kroner. In okay. Is the channel to the southwest going to put bad water into the river? Yes, it probably will. Unless we put a thing there. Could water wheels fit in the covered channel south? Which covered channel? You're talking about like over here? Well, there's no flow. Yeah, I need a dam at the top to stop overflow. That's the problem. But, you know, this does pretty much only go out this way. If anything, we need the dam to be here, kind of. This needs to be able to exit. This is... Wait, what? Oh, okay, this isn't connected. Another forester helped by the two piles of lumberjack flags on the other side of the river to the reservoir. Maybe. I think for right now, I just need to figure out what the heck is going on. How long is this drought going to be? 19 days. 19 days. That's got to be... This really should never have been a sluice. Oh, well. So this is as full as this is going to ever be. These need to get built, but they were too far away. We didn't have the stuff for them. That's fine. That can get fixed. Pop a dam in and let it flood the area you're not using. Well, the problem is the water doesn't flow this way because there's not space. So I guess what we have to do is get rid of this levee and then instead put two here. I think. Yeah, because this flows way over... Oh, I didn't even see this. It flows way over there. Well, it's not a problem for the next little bit, so we can just kind of forget. So I changed the settings on my pad, now I check on my PC, it was deactivated again. Uh-oh. Well, I hope it works for you. Stuart! At it again! 20 gift memberships. Holy moly. Well, thank you very much for the continued support. Let's see who's going to get these. Marcus Shaber, Vince, Tiffany Sabine, Supreet Singh, Percio Godoy, Cap'n Angry, Happy Hago, Texas Carter, Ryan Smith, Jacob Potter, Wrenching on Cars, Coyote, Blob, Pruna Blue Pepper, Puchu Plague Doctor Johnson, Sleeth Sarish, Pedro Paulo, Snoop John B, Torn, but no Hobbit, unfortunately. But thank you very much to you for providing 20 more people with early access to my insanity. It is a lot of members. Accidentally stabbed myself with a new knife I got. Yikes. Please take care of yourself. That's bad stuff, man. Clean your wounds. Disinfect them. I'm just gonna go ahead and say, you know what? This water source is henceforth banned from existing, and I'm just gonna put in a levee here, and then we'll take that one out, and it'll just all the way down there. It is time for another barracks. It is time for so many things that we have been unable to actually accomplish. But we're gonna have to figure that out. I guess. Well, there's nothing else going on up here. I got science. I'm just gonna unlock the large ones. 70. Hold on. You know, from a perspective of how much you're using, this actually isn't, I don't think that's more efficient material-wise. How long do you expect it'll take you to fix the booster list? It took me 2 hours last time. So I'm expecting about that much time. The main thing isn't when new people get added to it. It's when people who were previously gifted memberships and did not renew get added. Sometimes it'll bump them up to the next month. Sometimes it won't. And sometimes it ends up jumping them 2 months, depending on... there's a couple different things that can cause that, but I still don't know how YouTube counts, like, month duration. If it's just, like, calendar month to calendar month, or if it's 28 days, or if it's 30 days or something, because sometimes, like, it'll say somebody's, like, 1 month, and then I'll check back the next day, it says 3 months. It's like, well, that's not how math works, but sure. We'll see what happens. It is a duty I am more than happy to have to do, so never feel bad for that. That's part of the deal, and I want to make sure everybody gets recognized. Stuart says, you're welcome. Sorry for making you have to add more folks to the end card. Hey, again, never going to have to complain about doing that. It keeps the lights on, figuratively and literally, for us doing stuff here. And all of the very growing list of real-life things that I can manage to support and take care of and solve with the money that I get from doing YouTube. So I really appreciate the support, genuinely. 4 logs per beaver versus 4.3. Okay, that makes sense. You can use ladders to double stack barracks. Yes, we can. We absolutely can. In fact, we need to go ahead and just do this. I know this just removed a bunch of beavers from being able to exist here, but if we go ahead and replace this with ladders, then that is going to make it substantially easier for us to get around. And I know it's not the most efficient thing, but this is going to be a good thing to put in this spot. That's totally fine. Also probably want to put in ladders here, but for right now we're just going to leave this. Computer's not going to start smoking, I don't think. Hopefully. Large isn't worth 70 logs, but it's denser. It's denser, which is good. Computer seems to be doing okay today, but I've ended up just having to say anytime I go to record a video or do a live stream or whatever, I just automatically shut it off and restart it. And that seems to help with a lot of the memory errors. But it could become angry at any time. What map is this? This is called Legacy of the Tides. It is a contest runner-up for the 256 by 256 category. Map contest that I think ended a month ago-ish. New computer, I still have to order the motherboard. I think I'm going to do that this week. And then I'm trying to get a specific case that Micro Center keeps having out of stock. And I don't want to ship a case from Amazon or somebody because I do not trust that it will arrive unbroken. So I'd much rather go physically pick it up and put it in my car and drive it to my house than trust that it sits on a truck for a week or something and gets dropped off conveyor belts and all that stuff. Like, no. If I spend money on a case and I get it and I open it and all the glass is shattered, I'm not going to be happy. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping this upcoming week to be able to build it, and then we'll see what happens at that point. The computer that I'm using right now I built in May of 2020. I upgraded the RAM, I upgraded the processor, and I upgraded the storage, but everything else is the same. So I started out with 32 gigs of RAM, now it's got 64. That was for City Skylines, and then the sequel came out, and then nobody cared about it because it wasn't good. and I'd like to get back into that. The processor I built originally, I think, was a 3900X. Now I've got a 5900. I put that in end of 2023, and then the new computer I'm building is going to have a 9800X 3D in it, which should be a lot better for games and still be pretty good for rendering video stuff. Did you decide if you're going to run Ethernet cable before it gets hot again? I have a list of stuff I have to do to the house and at the house that is probably going to take more time than I currently have left to live. So Ethernet's pretty low on that list. The Wi-Fi quality of signal is not an issue. The issue with the Wi-Fi on this computer was that we had a very, very hard time in the heat because the Wi-Fi chip on the motherboard was getting too hot in the case because my room was getting too hot. So theoretically, new computer with better ventilation and less ability for it to overheat is going to solve that problem. So Micro Center, I don't think will allow you... I could ask, but I don't think they allow you to do pre-orders of stock they don't have. It'll just say it's out of stock. I mean, if I called and asked, they'd probably do it. Oh, congrats on the new puppy. That's fun. See ya, Carrie. Thanks for being here. 5 years is old nowadays for a computer. It is. The computer I had before that I built in 2012. So that one lasted a long time. And I basically didn't update that one at all except for video cards. I think I built that one. I had a... I don't even know. I might have had I think a Radeon 7850. And then I bought a second one and I put them in Crossfire, and that was cool. You know, because 2012, 2013, that, you know, that's high quality stuff. But that obviously did not continue running games super well. I think I upgraded that one to an RX 580 AMD graphics card at some point, and then that's what I had when I started doing Ostra videos in 2020 when the pandemic started. Because I could not go to work at my restaurant job anymore, and they say, you know what, I'm going to play video games and put them online, and maybe people will want to watch it. And then almost 5 years later, here we are. Whole house HVAC, yeah, that's going to cost like $20,000. I'm not doing that. I think the biggest issue is I'm upstairs, and I have a north-facing room that gets really, really hot. And probably it makes the most sense to just go up in the attic and do a bunch of insulation replacement improvement stuff. But that also costs money, and it takes time, and I got a whole bunch of stuff I got to do. Yeah, oh, okay, that nothing special computer is still, like, probably just as good as what I've currently got. And it seems to handle stuff fine. Let's see. How's the donut water doing? That's a very good question. It's looking quite splendidly clean. And it says 0% contamination. Now, that doesn't mean there's no contamination anywhere. It just means right here there's 0% contamination. Yeah, I ended up buying my computer parts for this computer, I think like a week before graphics cards got stupid expensive. Like this one I've got right now is a 2070 Super. I paid $500 for it. And then I think like this was in like early May. Or it could have been late April. And then pretty much right after that, people started buying up GPUs to do all the AI garbage. And then they got super expensive really quick. How much longer are you going to stream? I'm not sure. I usually plan for between 2 to 3 hours. And I think there's still a couple more things we need to get done, but we're kind of blocked in on progress for a little while because of the amount of wood we don't have. I don't know where that sound is coming from every couple random minutes, but that's fine. We've got this spot here that kind of irrigates okay. I'm not going to feel too bad about just dumping water in. But yeah, we need to get more foresting occurring And I assume this right here is probably about as good of a opportunity as we're going to have. So why don't we take advantage of that? Got a thing here. I've got those two here. I'll just leave. But we need to plant a lot of this space as just oak trees. And I think this is going to be fine once we have everything situated here. Just got to make it work. Just got to make it work. And that'll reach most of those. Is there anywhere up here we're going to really want to be able to go? I don't think it's going to be a problem, but if I leave this here, then I can have one of these guys a little bit closer to the center. That should be okay. All right. Yeah, so we'll just let them run this stuff. They finally finished this. That's good. Got a quote out for a Ryzen 9 128GB 5080 MSI Tomahawk X870 and a Fractal North case. That sounds like a good computer. Yeah, the 50 series GPU is absolutely disaster of a launch. But I'm going to get the motherboard I'm getting is the Tomahawk X870. I've seen a lot of good stuff about that one. Yeah, if the 9950 X3D comes out and it is like a huge improvement in like performance versus the 9800 X3D, then I might upgrade to that at some point, but I'm hoping the 9800 will be enough. Did you miss the rain of boosts again? Well, we've got 144 new members this stream, so you might have, yes. What's the damn setup? Yeah. This stream has been a struggle. It's not been great. It's not been fantastic in terms of productivity. We've had a good time, but I've had my butt handed to me a little bit more than I care to have handed to me today. Okay, well that's good. That makes me feel a whole lot better about that motherboard. Because I was looking at getting, there was an X670 gigabyte board that was really cheap, but had a lot of nice features on it. And then one of my friends bought it, and he's like, yeah, this is a piece of garbage. Don't buy this. Like, well, great. Well, that kicked off a whole motherboard search thing, and then I found that, like, you know what, this looks pretty good. But Micro Center didn't have it. And I like to support businesses that exist locally, because as soon as you don't support them, they're gone and they don't come back. And in the United States, at least, there's basically just Micro Center that sells computer parts physically anymore, unless you have a small, like a local shop. Fry's Electronics went belly up, I don't know, a decade ago almost, 7-8 years. My timeline could be a little bit off, but I always liked going there, but then they closed up. So now it's Micro Center, or you buy it on Amazon or like Best Buy, but forget it. They don't know anything there. Unless you run into like the one place that actually has somebody in Geek Squad that has been trained on stuff. And they don't have inventory physically of very many things. So if I can buy it from them, I'm going to buy it from them. The random breaking noise is a game crash waiting to happen? Could be. Yeah, food is a problem. Food is very much a problem. I was waiting to build food processing on the end of our engine here, because I need to have these lumber mills going. So let's finish building this, and then I'm going to put in a fermenter, which I could end up just doing 3 of these, but I don't think it's going to be making enough power. Yeah, well, Circuit City was gone long before I was old enough to really buy anything from them, but Radio Shack surprisingly hung around a lot longer than I thought they would. How far along is the playthrough? See signs of metal. Well, we do have metal. It's just been, there's so much that's happened all at once that it's just been very, very hard to get a tremendous amount of stuff accomplished. Oh, you know what? You know what? You know what? We can put in food on the backside here. We can build a ladder. That is going to be tremendous. that's going to be fantastic. It is not Helix Mountain. This is a custom map called Legacy of the Tides that was part of the map contest and was a runner-up in the large category. I mean, you don't have to feel bad buying from Best Buy. They're a company that sells stuff. You don't need to feel bad about buying from them. It's just they've never had a variety of parts physically in stock, and there's not been someone there I could talk to about it. Which, you know, most people probably just do their own research on stuff, but it is nice to be able to have access to someone who, in theory, has been actually trained on things and is an enthusiast and might have specific recommendations or whatever. Which, you know, you walk into a Micro Center, you're swarmed immediately by like a dozen people that want to help you. Okay, it's commission-based salespeople. All right. If they know what they're doing, I don't care. They can give me a hand, or they have some sort of access to, hey, well, this is out of stock, but this might be a comparable thing. It's nice to have. Here we go again. The sounds are just super delayed. Or did they add a sound to building? Hold on. Let's pay attention to this. When they finish this ladder, because that's exactly when that sound happened. If they finish building a ladder, is that what that sound is? Is that just like the result of the ladder thing being bugged? Used to do with Linus when he worked at NCIX. Well, that's something you never said. That's an interesting, interesting story, I'm sure. Been building computers since 1978. Okay, so you know exactly what's up. You've got literal lifetime of experience for basically as long as computers have existed in consumer form. That's really cool. What else can you build in the metal hole? It's going to be probably a lot of industry stuff when we get around to it. Might try to relocate some of the housing there as well, but we're still kind of in survival mode. Oh, we have 10 vacancies again. I think part of that is because I have so many of these lumberjack flags that we're not really using. Yeah, see, like these guys right here, completely empty. That gets us down to 7. This one technically isn't doing anything, so that can go away. I did say that was gonna not be a thing anymore. Oh no, 9 logs blocked forever. So we'll just leave that alone. Ignore that. I don't think we need to have all of these lumber mills running, but we do need to make sure that we have at least one of those going. We don't need all these pumping beavers pumping. I do need to remember where the P key is. There we go. That solves a lot of problems. Move the water pump. Oh, what? I have to move it now? Alright. Let's see. Alright, that has to be a ladder construction sound. Absolutely has to be. That's so weird. I was going to look at that and then we started talking about other stuff. Okay, where is... Oh no, what is this? Oh, there's like an hour and a half of people posting pictures for stuff that I gotta scroll through. There we go. Set of the current location. Aha. Okay. Alright, I see what you're getting at. I do want to see this get built so I can confirm that that is the source of the sound. Yep, okay, cool. So you want me to put this up here. That works. That is a much, much better place for that to go. And then, you know what? We've got access to this here, which means we can put in a forester on top of this. That's going to make a lot more sense. in theory. So if I were to do that, then I've got all of that space, and then I can put this guy up here as well as that guy. Then that saves me from having to have this out of the way. Alright, now I gotta scroll up on this chat. New here, can I get a quick recap? We did a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff this stream. Unless you're talking about new here in general, in which case, welcome. We're streaming Timberborn. Kind of. Trying to get a handle on what we're doing in this map. But specifically this past stream, we've been attempting to get, well, a whole lot of stuff fixed. But the biggest problem has been wood production, which we are slowly solving by putting this water dump area in. Planting additional trees, so on and so forth. Just now got metal unlocked, got some engines going, and are going to continue the process of improving all this stuff, but everything just takes time. The eternal motto. Yeah, death waves. I think that's probably related to when we ran out of berries or water earlier. And they're not really, these breeding pods aren't really spaced out very well. So these three are all basically the same. Four are all basically the same. So I will pause this one at the same time as making another breeding pod. Hopefully to just even it out a little bit. Alright, let's see. We do need more water storage. We need to have more gears before we can build that. Let's see. Yes, ladder updated today, so we fixed that immediately. Yeah, the ladder sound is a glitch. Forester plant up top. Top will be irrigated. Yeah, you know what? That's an opportunity for us to fix that. Let's oh, there's no reason not to build these up here. Who cares? It's fine. We can make good use of the space anyway. Get this like so, and then just route. That's the wrong building. Rotate this guy. Make sure that reaches. Oh, it doesn't reach as much space as I wanted to up here. Oh, that guy handles it though. That's fine. Then we can have a bunch of trees up here. I think that's going to work. I think that's fine. Most fun of building a computer from a bare motherboard way back was learning the proper way to solder wave solder components, then diagnose what you screwed up placing said parts. Yeah, I do not envy that. Do not envy you for having to have done that. Yeah, we need more water storage, among many, many other things. Autosave lag. Yeah, somebody left a comment on, I think it was either the post or in a stream like VOD, talking about how this map had some really bad lag problems. So right now, we're getting 35 to 40 FPS on triple speed with only 52 beavers. So I definitely can see where that's coming from. Definitely have a problem with that. We need more water storage, which I guess is going to have to go somewhere over here. It just makes sense to have more stuff, so. Next Ember Pelts video series, that, assuming nothing else is broken, that will be tomorrow. I did change the schedule around so that now we can get back into everything else. I do not know, with the newer Timberborn setup, with the mods being directly integrated into the game itself, in terms of like the launcher, I don't know if I'm going to run into problems when I switch into the previous version. If I do, then that's going to be really annoying, because then I'm going to have to sit here and troubleshoot that for a couple hours. But assuming everything works correctly and I can have the correct mods in, we'll have Ember Pelts video tomorrow. We'll have the Update 7 Folktales on Tuesday. And then Apocalypse Mode will be back on Wednesday. and then that cycle will just repeat. With the Update 7 Folktales being 3 times a week and the other 2 series being twice a week. "35 FPS sounds like a normal PS5 game." False. The PS5 has no games. Are we going to do 3 Ember Pelt episodes? Yes. Doing 3 of those a week. A free day is an illusion that does not exist until we're finished with at least one of the series. Because I need to get these series finished that are currently operating, because Ostriv is also supposed to get Alpha 6, and I want to make sure I have time to dedicate to that. No, we haven't finished Cities Skylines completely. We haven't really done very much with it at all in the past couple of years, but part of the reason, besides just the computer needs to be replaced, part of the reason I wanted to get a better computer was so that I could do Cities Skylines 2 stuff. Because I really want to be able to play that game. It's been a year and a half. $3,600 water storage keeps 60 beavers alive for 30 days. Alright, well then that's what we need to be working toward. I know we need to get these big tanks. You know what? You know what? I've got the science. Let's just go ahead and unlock this thing. They haven't started building that either, so that's fine. Alright, we need to go ahead and, I think, remove that, and then run that around the outside there. This can be a large tank. That makes so much more sense to just build that there. And that can be the biggest priority. We have the metal in place. The gears are going to be slow, but we can build those. We can build more of those. These are 120 HP apiece. So if I had 2 of those, that would be 240, plus 2 of these is another 150, which gives us 390, and then I'm out for my fermenters. But the fermenter is basically useless right now anyway, so not going to feel bad about building another one of these. That needs to be super priority. Because the more gears we have, then the more food we can start making, because we're not going to have to be bound to just fixing random stuff. Farming Sim 25 is on the PS5? That I did not know. I can never build straight lines. It's very, very hard on this map. Yeah, once TUBEWAYS are accessible, which I'm very firmly going to say is not happening today, but once this is viable, then we're going to have a much, much better time. Once that tank is built, we'll give you storage for 20 days for 60 beavers. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Love to hear that. And it's another ladder. Where did I build another ladder? Is that over here? Okay, yeah. Well-being is so hard without food. Like, what else can we even do without food? The very, very, very minimal benefit from any of this until we get to the food. Like, if you really want me to be putting a bunch of metal in everywhere, then I guess I could do beaver busts or something. Like, just this guy right there, I guess, would do something like that. Everything is just so spread out, it gets to be kind of impossible. So I guess if I put this right here, it would hit both of these. But it's not going to let me get away with that, is it? What about here? No, that's not going to reach that other house. Well, something like this wouldn't be a bad thing to put right here. So most of the beavers are going to be walking by it anyway. And that does hit 3 houses. So I guess that's fine. Oh, I don't even know about satisfactory. Because that gets really complicated once you have to reset your date and time on your computer and all that. Yeah, the housing is, yeah. It is what it is. Oh, yeah. Well, I think all these oaks just grew up in this, like, past day or two. Is why that's been, what it's been. So I guess this fluid dump doesn't need to be here. Go ahead and plant all of these oaks here. Let's get those prepared. I'm just going to go ahead and say I need to have this path go all the way through here. That'll be fine. Set that and forget it. Cannot connect to the upper fluid dump with the path. That you are correct on. That's got to have something here. Okay, I should have built this in a different spot. So I will go ahead and flip that around. Engagement question mark. Engagement what? It does. Okay. But the way that this is set up, the geography is not our friend here. It super is not. The gears are just not coming in fast enough. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Get these trees planted. That one's not going to be accessible. But I've got... Oh yeah, look at this. Well, this isn't going to be irrigated hardly at all, but... I do have space over here. And this guy can cut pretty much all of that. It's probably fine. I need to have this path continue this way for when we eventually get into that. Now the issue we're going to run into is I'm going to have a bunch of these lumberjack flags that do not need to be working because there's nothing to cut, and then all of a sudden they're going to have stuff to cut, and I'm not going to have any beavers. The geography is not your friend, but with some platforms you can make it your begrudging ally of convenience. I like that a lot. Okay, platform. I've got the extra room to just go ahead and remove that and put this in like so. That works. See, look at this mess. Look at this mess. Now this forester up here we definitely do not need. Yeah. I'm gonna pause it though. I'm not gonna get rid of it just in case, but I will pause the building. Well, we've increased 1. No, never mind. It's back down to 7. And I guess this space here. Come on, lag. Oh, that doesn't fit. That's unfortunate. I'm going to have to... Really? Alright. So this is why I don't like doing this. When we have stuff so far apart, it doesn't really work. This is a pretty popular spot too. I always forget about these, the row houses. But it only holds 8 beavers. I don't know, we got options. Yeah, lumberjacks we probably don't need. Probably don't need most of these. I've got this one. Yeah, that absolutely can be paused. This one needs to be still working, and this one needs to still be working. This guy definitely can be paused. But now I have beavers that aren't working. We have this ready to go, though, which is nice. I guess we'll just pump. No reason not to. Houses still transmit power? I think so. Yes, these guys have to cut this down. It is marked for cutting, before anybody asks. There's just closer trees, which is what the problem ends up being. This, hopefully, all of this is enough oak trees long-term. They just have to grow. Yeah, we need to replace this with an engine for sure. I'm pretty sure we have the ability to just go ahead and build this without too much weeping or gnashing of teeth. So if we start relocating housing into different areas, it probably does make the most sense to put it in here if we're going to be pumping out of the middle. But that sounds like a problem for another day. We just have so much lack of food diversity happening here. Canola is going to be a thing. See, the problem is a lot of this farmland just gets poisoned. Even though we have this shutting off, this is all going to be poisoned. Probably is going to make sense for us to slowly transition much of this one over to canola, just the closest ones. So they always harvest it. Do we have dynamite? Nope. We haven't even done bad water or anything yet. Yeah, you're right. We should do corn instead. I do still want to keep some of the kohlrabis out here as insurance. Cassavas, if we can do the food factories, which we absolutely can, the cassavas need to go away pretty much entirely. Almost no reason to be growing those anymore. So, what that means is that now I've got to put in a food factory over here. I guess right here is probably going to be about the best possible place to do it. Even though it's not... the map is hard. The terrain on this is very hard. 120 HP, that's not enough for this anyway. Power's so frustrating. Alright. Corn. Just continue planting all this garbage. Yes, the geography problem can be solved with high-yield detonation, and we will be doing that when we get to the point where we can do high-yield detonation. Did you want to do the floodgates or sluices by the northeast water sources push the bad water off the map? I don't know if we can actually get over here. I mean, if you think we can do it before a bad tide happens, I don't know. Legitimately do not know if that's going to be possible. But if we wanted to take advantage of this, then probably it's going to make the most sense is to just, I guess, 2 of those. I'm not even going to bother. That's the wrong thing there. Not even going to bother getting the rest of this out of here. I just need that one thing done. Do you think 2 sluices would be enough? Legitimately do not know. Closest bad water only source is probably here, which isn't terribly far away. Only need 2 sluices, alright. So, we've got to... let's see, this is just going to be such a super long journey to get over there. Pathwise. So that's got to go here. And that'll come in here. I don't have any other way to get over there. Oh, that's going to require ladders. I don't know that they're actually going to be able to do this is the problem. Breeding pods are probably not prioritized by haulers, no. If I go ahead and have this set to close contamination, and then have that one set to close contamination, and we come up here and we put in, I guess, probably makes the most sense to just have a pile for logs. Planks and metal blocks are going to be small enough quantities it's not going to matter that much. I am so far behind on chat. He tested, so trust required. Well, I mean, he's not normally wrong, so I have no reason to believe that now would be a time where he would be wrong, but let's... these are fine without being prioritized by haulers. Alright, so 3 days. 3 days. What a convoluted path to get over here. 3 days worth of time to get this whole mess taken care of. I suppose the planks are going to be a big enough problem we could do that, but the metal is coming from here, which... okay, that's not really that much closer. I think they can make this work. Might be one of the last things we end up doing today, but we'll get it accomplished. 2 ladders is really better than a staircase. Platform staircase, no, but it's fewer items to build, so it's going to be faster. Get back to planting food. Oh crap! I didn't. That's right. That's right. We've been harvesting, and I didn't plant the rest of this corn stuff. We do still have to build the corn thing, by the way. We have not done that yet. Okay, they are still working on this. Logs, planks, metal will be what metal's going to be. But we do have time. We have some time to do it. There we go. I think realistically I probably do not have time to be playtesting maps, unfortunately, but I will go give those 2 a look. Alright, so we should have haulers bringing logs over here, and we've got planks. Now they're coming over here to start building stuff. In bad tide ends, I feel the fresh water doesn't mix top to bottom, and the fresh water coming in after goes on top slightly, so the sluice is just at the bottom. I think it's going to be fine. It will churn a little bit, because remember, the sources are at the bottom level here. It'll be clean enough. Wow, that was literally the first thing they built. Cool. That is no longer going to be any of our concern then to have planks or metal here. Well, hello, Devilish. Thank you very much for the 20. Wow. Hope you're having a good Sunday evening. Is that a... hold on. What's that? What's that dog wearing? Is that like an approximation of like a samurai outfit or something? That's kind of cute. With Update 7's dirt block on top of other types, you can finally go for proper underground water piping. Yes. And I think you might have said that in chat before, and I just didn't read it out loud, so apologies for that. But, yeah, you absolutely did. But yeah, I would love to do that when we get to the point where we can get some of that stuff done. I think the Update 7 Folktales playthrough is going to be a great opportunity for us to do that in a slightly less chaotic, hectic, nonsense manner. like we've been doing with this. Oh, because the dog is... Okay, yep. I gotcha. Tell me about your channel. I'm so new. How new are you? All joking aside, I do unedited Let's Plays of basically, or at this point, just Timberborn, but I have played a bunch of other games in the past. And what we're doing here is just attempting to learn some of the new mechanics in Update 7 on hard mode, because people always like when I do hard mode. And the chaos ensues, and then we have a fun time roasting me in chat. That's basically it. But if you like unedited Let's Play stuff where I show the entire process of, you know, doing a playthrough of the game, and I don't cut out pretty much anything, then you'll like my videos. If you don't like that, if you like the super highly edited stuff like what RCE puts out, then you might not like my stuff as much. But I'm glad you're here, regardless. Sure, Dalton. Sure. That's absolutely what we do here. Remember to place the corn and actually build the food factory. You are so correct. You are so correct. I've been so... Oh, hold on. This is why I didn't want to put the sluice here. This is why I didn't want to put the sluice here, because it's just going to flood the whole thing. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, this will solve itself pretty quickly. Who had flood on the bingo? Oh, it's got to be on everybody's bingo card. Okay. Where am I going to put a food factory? Because it's going to have power. It makes the most sense to put it down here. Let's go ahead and get that researched. And don't forget, we have power shafts. That's the wrong one. Hello, please. Yeah. We have power shafts that can very easily go across the way here. Easiest way to get this connected. It's not going to be enough power generated to really run all of this stuff at the same time, but I can go ahead and I can pause a gear workshop, and then this will be pretty much good to go. I don't think I need to prioritize this because the corn hasn't grown yet, but we do need to keep our eyes peeled for that. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll be all right. And I have one extra beaver we can put in the pumps. Slowly working on increasing our beaver supply. Well-being is a whole 9 now instead of 8. That's cool. This is still flooded. Come on, man. Oh, this is so frustrating. Why? Why are you the way that you are? I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take... I'm just going to have this blocked off. Probably the only really good way to do it. Yeah, I know this. I know this is going to look really stupid, but there's way too much. Actually, hold on. We can save materials. We can absolutely... Okay, well, not there. That was actually fine. We can save a little bit of materials by doing this, because now that's allowed. Yeah, I need this to flow off this side and not through here for when this turns into nasty water, then we don't poison everything else. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Are we looking okay? So why is this open? Oh, because the downstream depth is still filling up. That's fine. It'll get back to it eventually. The reason I'm not planting anything here is because this dries up super quick whenever we have droughts. But as of now, this is looking okay. Did they finish this? Not even close. This oak needs to be removed, which I guess they'll do at some point, but I do need to prioritize. Okay, now there's so many questions. I don't know what scratch is. Flingo. Oh, flood bingo. Okay. Please don't forget the food. We're working on it. It's just going to be a little bit rough for a while. we got kohlrabies. We got kohlrabies. It's not the end of the world. Oh, I need to get rid of these. Actually, no, I don't. We can use the cassavas. We do have the means to process those, so that's fine. We can leave that in place. See, we're working. We're getting stuff done. You just got to trust the process. I'll do it better than the NBA, I promise. Maybe. Someone rude said unedited videos are bottom tier content. All right. I'm not going to, like, tell people they're rude for saying that's an opinion. That's fine. And objectively, it is a lot less work for me to do the way I do versus somebody like RCE or Skystorm or somebody like that who puts a lot of time into editing their videos. I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to sit here and, like, feel bad if someone says that that's not a good content. Or, like, you're allowed to like what you like. If you want edited stuff, there's plenty of people that do it. If you don't, then, well, I don't. I don't make edited stuff. So if you don't want to watch edited stuff, you can watch my stuff. If you do want to watch edited stuff, there's a billion people that are doing that stuff. So I'm not going to be mad at somebody for saying that. So much stuff I unfortunately do not have the time to read. Trees are gone. Add levees. Yep, we're working on it. Okay, so once this diversion is in place, assuming this does work, we're going to have a much, much easier time. Okay, better question is... Okay, this is working. This is working. Good. I have this currently diverting so we don't flood. That's fine. That works. But we can close this if we so choose. Plenty of water to be pumped. Plenty of water... Oh, hello! Hey, remember the part where I automatically closed this because the downstream depth was too high and now the entire thing's flooded? Yeah, so about that. I think we're gonna need to have one of these replaced with the sluice. But for now, I do need to open these. Oh, wow. See, this is what happens when my automation is taken away. It causes so many problems. This will filter out, though. Maybe. Hello? Please? Alright, I really didn't want to do this. But I guess I'm just going to have to, let this be what it's going to be, huh? Come on. Come on. Alright, now close that completely. So this is set to close above downstream depth of 0.85. And it seems like it's kind of hovering around that general range. I do want this to fill up. But... Maybe this isn't the best overall solution. Maybe it's not. Alright. So this one needs to be set to 0.85 as a failsafe. So that this never fully backs up. But look, now it's drained all of it out of there, man. Yeah. Why is this so hard? Why is it so hard? Alright, I've got an extra beaver to pump from. That's fine. But if you replace it with a dam, then there's absolutely no point in having... Oh, here we go. Bad tide time. Ugh. I hate having this just overflow constantly. I don't like putting the dams in because then you lose a whole third of your capacity on the top tile. Yeah. Okay, floodgate time. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just let it be what it's got to be. It's going to be ugly forever. And now I got 3 days, and I don't know if this is going to fill back up. It's still set to 0.85. See, I want this to be closed, but it doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to do it. Yeah, exactly. I know this is why this is a problem. Okay, this needs to be super prioritized for sure. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but they just have to finish it. I can close it. Now the problem is this, I need this to be automated. It's hard. It's hard to automate it. Alright, we're getting there. There's a very good reason I am not a hydraulic engineer. Probably multiple very good reasons. I probably should have put the sluice at the top, yeah. Alright, now, finish this, finish this, finish this. And we'll be good. I bet it's flooded again. No. Because that's not built. But it's not going to be built, so it's going to be like, why even bother having this here in the first place? Fine, you win. It's going to be a dam. That's it. Alright, one more thing left. Yeah, I know. Food is alarmingly low. We're working on it. Oh, crap, I didn't set the recipe. Alright. So this should be finished momentarily. And then we'll have more food. This doesn't have a tremendous amount of storage for corn rations, so... Oh, the berries are super low. Okay. So let's... corn ration storage. There we go. I know we need to build more storage. We're going to get there. Do I have any spare builders? No. Should just be 8. This is almost done. No. Post 10 is a beaver's enemy, not a beaver's friend. I don't think they'd be too happy about that. So we just need to monitor this just excruciatingly closely when this bad tide starts. Now, if they can finish this in the next half a day, that would be tremendous. Corn rations, very good. I know the food is terrible. It's going to get better. But now, 12 out of 20 here. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Like this should... I haven't actually tested this. This should close. If it doesn't, we're in deep trouble. But we also need to have these set up. I hope... Oh, you know what? They didn't finish this. They didn't finish this, and it's about to be a bad tide. That's a huge problem. That's an enormous problem. That's right, because this wasn't accessible. Wait, so then where are these guys going? Oh, they're going here. That's a... Wait a second. No, I just closed this. I just closed this. No problem. No problem at all. Now this doesn't need to be a priority anymore. I really hope all this works. I really do. I'm fully expecting it to have problems. Alright. 0.00 days. Let's just make absolutely sure. This is shut. That's shut. That's shut. Every time I say that's shut, it makes me feel like I don't know how to speak English. Let's see. Can someone tell me if you build a tower with sluices and we're at the bottom, will it fill up the tower? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Wait, did they not finish this? They super did not. Well, that's, how is this one almost done without this one being done? How does that make sense? How's this? 14. Alright, well, take this out of... Oh, I'm so stressed out. Alright. Bad time. This has not yet been contaminated. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so that's got red. What about this guy? Did this automatically close? It did. Wow, that went up quick. Okay, so that's good. This is already poison. And that's going to flow in here, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It's probably fine. We could ring the inner donut with the levees, but that was, rain on this is just so weird. It's really not that big of a deal, but my brain decided it wanted to stop. All I have to worry about is this. Okay, that worked. Neat. So now the only thing we really have to worry about is this mess here, which I don't think is going to be a problem. And yeah, bad tide proofed for the donut at least. And we have something over here, which is neat. That's shut again. That's fine. This needs to be shut. This needs to be shut. And then I guess this needs to just have this lowered a little bit. And that's probably fine. Okay. Beavers may get sick building the levee. I don't think that's possible. Shouldn't be. Stairs in the bad water where? Where are the stairs in the bad water? There's a slope. Where is the slope? Okay. I'm not going to get rid of that because that might be useful later, but this is just about done, so I don't think that slope is going to be an issue. Let's just see here. I think we're probably fine. Should be okay. And of course, this finishes now, which is unfortunate. I have extra beavers I don't really have anything to do with. How are we doing on power? 365. Okay, food is slowly starting to kind of recover. I think we can just kind of trust this to take care of most of itself for a while. We've got a lot to do in terms of solving problems here for food. I think we can reorganize this a tiny bit. I can put another storage in, say, right here. Or, I guess I could just move the cassavas there. This probably needs to be raw corn storage. Yeah, that's gonna be a better way to do it, because the corn gets 5 times multiplied. You can use the -3 water source and use that to suck up the bad water and the hill. You know, we could, but I'd have to build a bunch more levee stuff. If this stops the overflow from coming this way, how this is set up, then for now that's good enough for me. But we'll see what happens, I suppose. Dirt excavation, we have to have treated planks for that, which we haven't started yet, and we don't have a stable enough pine forest for that. That's definitely a next time thing. 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 42 seconds. Yeah, I probably, honestly, should go ahead and end here, but just want to make sure there's nothing else incredibly obvious that we can or should address. This engine can support additional smelting. We're not really in a tremendous need for more smelters right now, but we might as well go ahead and get it going so that we don't have to worry about it as much later. Bad water source path. I mean, yeah, it is pretty close, yeah. If we're going to do anything with it, though, it's a question. 'Cause, like, this is not really set up for power generation. And also, this is really far away from whatever... Why do we have so many tired beavers? Around 18 hours. Maybe that's exactly why. Unpaused lumberjacks. Good point. There we go. Undo that one for now. The rest of these haven't grown in yet. Oh, okay. For bad water purposes, yeah. That's fine. But remember that you can't put on top of this. It's not gonna let me do that. I stand thoroughly corrected. Never mind. So I could put one of those there. I just have to get across here, which isn't going to be too hard. Yeah, just get that taken care of. Put in a tank for bad water. That'll be a nice project for them to work on. At least you don't have to worry about waste rock. Oh yeah, that was a pain. 2 bad water pumps and dynamite. It does need to be 2, doesn't it? Alright, so that solves that problem. We are still very far away from most of the rest of this stuff, so probably also worth thinking about doing a connection over here through some other spots. I could just put ladders. Honestly, I could replace this entire corner levee thing with ladders because that's not going to have to be actually waterproof. Need some levees you can pull bad water during drought. Well, this currently is just completely open to that drain there. I think this is honestly probably fine if we pump enough. So addressing bad water situation for the donut was quite a while back, I think. But I guess I won't spoil it for you if you do want to go back and watch that. There was a substantial period of time where we had a lot of gift memberships donated, and then I stopped to read all those. So enjoy that. Do you want to add a few metal block storages around the map now so future building will have efficient access to blocks? That's not a bad idea. I don't think we're going to need to have a lot, but probably smart to have metal block storage, even though these are only 5 apiece, just in a couple of random locations. Would not be a bad idea. And since this area over here is a miserable disappointment for, well, everything, pretty much, might as well go ahead and put in something over here for metal. Don't really have a great spot to do any of this. What about up here? Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Gear storage. Yes, I absolutely should have more gear storage. That is something that could go up here now that these trees are dead-ish. I do have these little gear storages here, but that's not that exciting of a thing. Yeah, well-being's up to 11. That's a helpful thing. Berries almost out. Yes, but we have a lot over here, so that's fine. Dynamite factory requires power, which requires something. I can't have all this stuff completely spread out. But I guess if this is going to be industry stuff down here, then we might as well Might as well go ahead and get that unlocked. We can move the bad water around. That'll be fine. So if I put this in, then we're going to have another engine somewhere. Or I just have to end up pausing stuff. Putting a dynamite factory in the fermenter chain? You think that's... I mean, this is 150 HP. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's a next time thing when we can come back with refreshed minds. I'm just glad this isn't poisoning here anymore. Engine next to the food factory. Well, I need to get these trees out of here, and then I can. Because this is going to be blocking the way. But currently, this, for what I am running right now, this is fine. Kind of a builder's hut built with very low priority for very bored beavers. True. Very true. Probably not super important, but we can get that running. Water pipes with iron teeth focus on raised aqueducts with the folktales. Well, people are going to want to see both in both things, I think. But this map with the enclosed water pipe things, I think is going to be a lot harder than the other one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think for right now, though, we do need to probably go ahead and end for today, because I got to record for tomorrow and all that fun stuff. Try to get the Emperor Pulse stuff loaded back up. Spot welding lumberjacks. Oh, okay, now I see what you're talking about. Like you did with the water beavers. Yep, yep. I know exactly what you're getting at. When we get to those new areas that are going to be benefiting from that, then we can definitely put that into play. Yeah, it's been closer to 4, and I do have stuff I gotta go do, but I really appreciate you, sincerely and genuinely. I am very glad that you're here. We managed to salvage a very terrible start to the stream into getting a lot of stuff accomplished. And of course, thank you very much for all the incredible support with the memberships and donations and all that stuff. Seriously, you have no idea how much this helps. Everything that else I got going on. Things I got to take care of, future planning and everything. It all really does help. And I'm glad that we're able to spend this time together and enjoy each other's company and take care of problems and hopefully make each other's days just a little bit better. So whatever it is you're doing with the rest of your day, stay safe, have fun. If you're watching football, have a good time. If you're not watching football, have a good time. Whatever you're doing. We'll see you later. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.